stop it though. I like how the desk is touching on the preference for scuttle crabs.
Yes.
Because it has been so fun, especially like, as a jungler with, you know, Blabber and Dominate perpetrating a lot of this conversation around Scuttle Crab and getting that level 6, especially if the Scuttle Crab spawns on the bottom side of the map. But you'll notice in a lot of the replays that Jat did, that was where top Scuttle Crabs as well. So they weren't even by the dragon, and they're still sending for them and still dying for them, even if it's a Scuttle Crab.
We should be.
That's not going to be over by the dragon and give it to you. So I'm definitely excited to see Blabber and Griffin fight over some crabs, and FlyQuest and Cloud9 to fight
Hello,
over,
people. We are in Game 1 draft.
The next spot here. So let's take a look. APA
we're gonna be with
the bans. He's getting some respect not only for his
Hara Bunny again. Just gotta
exactly double mid lane ban starting it off here for FlyQuest over on the other
gotta
side.
walk in
the
real
Orianna
quick.
gets banned away. Her and Azir are often dance partners in mid lane. If one's gone, generally the other one's going to be taken out as well. With Varus and Karma both knocked out here by C9, targeting some bottom lane power early on.
Yeah, and I like the Karma ban not only because I just think enchanters in general are super strong, but also I do feel like, despite the fact that Azale covered,
I don't know why it's not letting me run ads. Thank you,
on,
Twitch.
The lounge, I think Masu and Cryogen have been really good in those bot 2v2s, especially around some of these pushing lanes.
I like this Talia ban actually, because even though a lot of teams
let me get in call.
Rise, APA is so good on Talia, and I would say not really near his Talia level on Rise, and so they're taking away that Talia, so they're not going to have to do that trade. And then you get the first pick for Thanatos anyway, so you get Thanatos' big Ambessa carry, but I think that Quad should be able to get a favorable matchup.
But you're kind of quiet. Hold up.
And APA himself, whenever we ask about mid laners, he says Quad is the best in the LCS.
Oh, that might have been my fault. I just turned it up a little bit. Is that better?
And you have to think about
yeah.
a lot of that does come from lane phase as well.
All right, so top
Are you sick?
No, I just woke up.
We will get the rumble locked in.
Oh,
like literally 10 minutes ago,
the
I
morning
woke up.
voice in the mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Quad getting a favorable matchup. I feel especially so considering it's all 3 APA bans here in the first half. Mid lane looks to be
despite being a little bit EP, how are you feeling about the rematch?
Last time we saw this
Pretty okay.
out for Blabber in the jungle. This time we're making the assumption
okay, I did make my time, right?
Griffin is going to be piloting that
I took a YouTube message real quick.
Yeah, definitely going to be him. It's funny because, we got the mini Blabber over here.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be the understudy for his Zehen jungle, which did start to gain a lot of popularity when they buffed up his jungle clear. He's got some extra monster modifiers that were buffed. And the important thing to watch is when you're kiting your camps close together and getting the outer edge of your E-spin for the maximum damage.
And on the other side, as we see the Cassante locked in, that means that Blabber is going to be taking that Ambessa into the jungle.
Don't need to stream the game to me. I think
going
the
to
YouTube
Nico.
is
He's one of the only
quicker
players in the league that I feel
on my side.
still brings out.
Is it? We can also, like, YouTube has pause function, so we can always sync up our timers.
Okay.
Like, oh man, for sure it's gotta be Thanatos carry Ambessa.
So far, pretty standard draft. We all knew the Cassante Rumble is coming, but we're running back the Zahini jungle this time. But on FlyQuest side, yippee!
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, actually, because normally Ambessa and Rumble is viewed as a completely fine matchup, so I would have thought they would just let the Ambessa go top.
I think maybe the idea is that they're taking away the additional Griffin pick for the rest of the series.
Well, they would take it away regardless of where they put it.
Like, I can get on top of someone so quickly.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Also, this Nico's a flex pick, because this is one of the champions that
Oh, yeah.
likes to play.
Wow.
About how good
We're getting a lot of champs out of the way really early on.
Seeing the map rises again. I've talked about it as a cheat if you want to be better at your side laning, but I think Quad is someone who really understands the map well and locks in that rise.
Well,
but is Quirky Nico kind of a fake lane? Are they gonna just have to go with like
APA Nico? They want to further put pressure on the mid lane pool. They'll take out the
They're gonna have to go with like
common response pick into Rise. Over on the other side though, targeting the bottom lane some more.
I mean, generally I think C9 might want to look for something like Kai'Sa here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Quad was a Cassiopeia main.
If you have
So was APA
Rumble on a team, you like to have champions with mobility, and Zahan also does not function well if he's able to be kited out. So if they're putting this Nico support at least, they might want to go Kai'Sa. If they're putting the Nico mid, then I have no idea what they want to do.
I was like, you talk about covering both bases. They covered the base of, okay, maybe this Nico isn't going mid, but then also maybe this Nico isn't going bot with the Bard ban, and we'll see what Cloud9. Okay, so yeah, we're just banning out all enchanters. We do not want this FlyQuest bot lane to have that kind of super powerful.
Also, has Griffin been running contacts this entire time, and now he's just using glasses, or did they just invest in glasses for him?
I have no idea. Maybe he's been blind this entire time, and they only just figured it out, and now he's going to be the best jungler in the world.
So the ward in the bush was diff last game because no glasses. Couldn't pixel perfect it.
Up to the challenge thus far, so taking away some of those enchanter supports that would buff him up and allow him to carry harder. Also, those champions.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised C9 didn't ban Alistar. I feel like generally you don't want to play Nico into Alistar, like, at all.
Definitely don't want that coming in.
I mean, last time we ran it back with this, it didn't really matter so much.
As we already mentioned, that Nico can still go bot, and they are saving that pick.
But I mean, you're right. Might as well not risk it. Oh, they are going Corki.
Corki, kind of the old reliable, locked in for Sven down there. Also, pretty powerful laner.
Yeah, very versatile.
Dude, Dom is always going to be in a suit on stage. Sven said he would freaking lose his mind if his coaches look like chuds out there.
Yeah, it's like this the dumbest thing ever, by the way. I'm a certified suit hater.
Really?
Yeah. Not to get too political or anything, but I don't like suits because it's another thing that keeps the lower class poor and doesn't impact the upper class, so I hate it.
Well, the Galio and the Nico 1-2 punch is that massive AoE, like hard CC engage that C9 are going
suits
to be
really
looking
that,
for when
like...
they start these fights.
Yeah, they cost like $1,000.
Inaccessible?
Last pick of their draft will
Really?
be Jhin
Yep.
from us.
Yeah, and something that
I feel like
Mazu
clothes is so
specifically we've seen
weird
have
because
so
they've been
much
around for so
success
long.
on,
Like, surely you can find a
in
secondhand
the
suit
LCS already
that's in good
this
condition,
year,
right?
in their
Well, the
first
problem with suits
series,
is that you have to get them
looking at
tailored to your own
absolute
body. Like, every single
performance
suit
there.
is
Definitely
specifically
C9's
custom made for the
confidence
exact
so
size that you
much
are. So
CC
it's
layering
really
and
hard to
setup
find
potential,
some kind of like secondhand
for
suit
the
that doesn't
main
just look
damage
completely
dealers
horrible on
this.
you.
So that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, I would say that I got what you would consider to be like a budget suit, and mine still costs $800.
They won that game. Blabber had played the Zahen jungle.
So that's like on the low end of what you'd be able to find.
Champions here and see who's going to be able to get.
But either way, I just think the idea of like
Talking about these two bigs,
looking
the way
more
they work with their
professional is just kind of
junglers,
placebo.
I'm still
It's like either you
so
have
happy to see
the
how
skills or you
well,
don't, you know.
APA and Blabber have worked out.
I don't know why I
That's
can't
true.
I don't know why I can't show up to the office in
But
like
going into the season, I was
sweatpants
like,
and a t-shirt
APA
if I'm really good at my job.
such a good
It's like
setup
why
mid
do
laner for Blabber
random
just
people
based
have
on
to
the
care
way
if I
he uses the
look
map.
professional
And here we see it again with kind of
in
that
my
Galio to
$2,000
accompany
outfit?
the
Whatever.
Ambessa. On the other side, you have the Rise for the Zahen.
Anyways, all that means is that I'm never coaching Sven. It is what it is. Unlucky.
You can always get pressure, go in with a Justice Punch, get your taunt off, and try and put pressure that way. But it's also very good for team fighting. And Bessa ult with Galio ult on top of you, you can go as deep as you want and still have that extra security.
All right, we're in a pause.
Wait,
I don't
are
know
runes
why,
fucked up?
But I did want to call out the chat already.
Yeah, does somebody have
with
Guardian?
APA.
No, kidding.
For mid bans, no mercy.
He knows he's got that target on his
How
back.
many times has
Once we
APA
figure
played
out
Galio?
the,
I don't remember this
investigation, the
being
reason
in his
here
pool.
behind
Let me
our calls.
check.
Hopefully it's nice and snappy and we can get onto
He's
the
played
grid.
it
I'm so
19
excited.
times with a
Kobe, I know
negative
that you
win rate.
share my excitement for fun, exciting junglers. I think when we get to open up with
Paul,
Zahen
go to
versus
pause.
Ambessa, it gives us a lot of
Damn.
opportunities to see some
Hi, Meowsa.
aggressive play.
Hello.
And you can guarantee
Hierarchy.
that they're going to fight over that level 6 Scuttle Crab.
Exactly. Yeah, me and Kobe are just counting down to the inevitable crab fight.
Oh man,
between
anybody
these two,
craving
so-
some Pagoda egg rolls right now?
It's funny because the third
I think I
crab
should
on the map
get up and
is
leave and go to Walmart
level 6 one.
this exact moment.
When that crab in
Probably have
the
enough
Finn
time
Zambessa
to.
jungle game, he
Yeah, we'll
got
just
the crab to get the level 6 for Ambessa,
we'll just
which
let
is amazing,
Hara Bunny
right?
carry the
It's such a
stream as I
powerful tool.
leave for
But then
45
Zambessa
minutes.
got sidestepped in the 2v2. They were there in an even 2-on-2. Got the
You're
crab,
not 5
got his
minutes
level
walking
6,
distance from a Walmart? What
but
kind of
his,
American are
his
you?
ultimate got juked by the Yone, by
Yeah.
the opposing Yone.
It's so sad.
And so
I'm 5 minutes walking distance from a Home Depot though.
The crab
is-
sacrifice
Oh.
was for naught.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the legends of the
I
the
can't think of
power
any
of the crab
advantages
sometimes
to
are
having that.
overestimated. We actually did
You're
dug into some of the
Lincoln?
stats. Oh, go ahead, Flyers. You have an update?
Is your
I'm always
refrigerator
within
running?
striking
Looks like there
distance of
is an
huffing
audio
paint.
issue potentially here for Thanatos. That is what league officials are
Okay,
investigating. We
let's
don't have
go.
a conclusion as to exactly what's going on here just yet, but that's what you can see them messing with his computer, trying to make sure that everything's good to go there for the audio.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna
true. It's
say,
a good point. You
we
have to
did
be able to own a
delve
car and
into
drive 30
some,
minutes
some
out to
crab
something.
stats,
That's smart.
Yeah,
and
no. I have the true American experience, which is that I'm a 5-minute walk away from a Dollar General.
I'll spoil a little bit because
Oh,
we
now
actually
that is a
looked into
Swordfight
the
classic.
win rate
Yeah.
when
Did
Is
you
your
know there's
Dollar
like
General-
there's some crazy stat that's like there's
because
more
that has been a
Dollar
thing that,
Generals
you know,
in the
Blabber
US than like
and,
any other
Dom
store
and basically
or something like
everybody's
that.
been, hyping up
Wait,
its-
real?
its
Let me
fucking
look it
crap.
up.
It has been super
Is
fun,
your Dollar
but it's
Dollar
below
General like the one
50%
made out of
full
sheet
I was
metal?
gonna say the
when you
answer
secure the
may
third crab.
It's like they
surprise
constructed it in
me.
5 seconds.
Yeah, even when you get it.
There's what?
Or is it like in a plaza?
There we go.
Mine's in a plaza with like a
That's what the data
teriyaki
says.
chicken restaurant.
Numbers don't lie.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
But, we're
Dollar
also
General
looking
has the
forward
most
to it,
number
and
of
nobody tells
locations
that,
with
right? So that
20,388
we can
locations
still
across
get our
48
guaranteed
states.
action.
I feel like we're just undercutting the
It says.
jungle narrative that
Wow.
you and I are.
Wait, that
buying
is actually
into.
kind of
We're like, no,
crazy.
yes, fight over Scuttle Crab, please.
Oh, wait, no, there's an updated one in 2026 with over
We'll see if we get any more,
21,000
updates here,
locations.
but
Okay,
Cloud9
okay.
versus FlyQuest, this is also super exciting because even though in the previous
We're cheering
series,
for
you know,
FlyQuest,
Cloud9,
Meowga.
they won game
We
number
got
1
to.
of
We
that
gotta
series and
win
game
it
number
back.
3
We
No, we're
lost
cheering for
last
Cloud9.
weekend.
FlyQuest, it
We
did
have
seem like
a best of
they
5
took a
chance,
lot,
you know?
away from the series. You know,
Fuck best of
especially
threes.
afterwards, they're memeing on the ward spot
kidding.
and
Yeah.
how especially game number 3 just got out of control because of the.
I have
the
like no
difference there,
channel
and then-
points
and
to
Griffin,
gamble
because he
with,
hadn't
but I
seen
lost it all
you know,
last
over
week.
the war, then he
Yeah,
assumed
you
that
lost it
Blabber
all
had
cheering for the
flashed
wrong
over the wall
team.
to get in there in the first place and wouldn't have flashed for the ensuing fight, and then they all kind of really snowballed off this information trail from the wards, as well as some of the skirmishes, especially in game number 1 that led to the Cloud9
Okay,
snowball.
maybe game
So
1 we'll get it
I
back here.
really am hoping that we get a like full 5-game series, or we see
Same.
what FlyQuest have.
Who
Oh,
saw the
I didn't get a
T1 match
chance.
last night? Oh, I saw it.
To go back
Fuck,
up
what
against
happened?
C9.
I also think
T1
shout out
got
to the
slapped
FlyQuest
around a bit.
roster, 'cause I know they themselves have said like we're
It was
kinda
versus DK,
surprised at
right?
how
No, it was
well they
versus
came
Fear X,
together.
and they
And
lost.
I think one of the
Oh!
really cool things
wait, that's
about
even
this
worse!
roster, to
Yeah,
your
Fear
point,
X
Cody,
3-1 to
is
them.
how they have taken every single game, like every single thing that happens in game, as a huge learning
Diablo and Kellen
experience.
were going
I know
crazy.
going into this setup,
Raptor
Jack
played
pointed
well.
out on the
Vikla was
lounge
running it down.
where,
The usual.
the gold graphs for when they lose
Wow.
end up kind of spiraling out of control very, very quickly.
Yeah,
and
I'll
a
have to
lot of
watch
the time
the
that's
VOD and
because
catch
they
up.
are still trying to make plays.
God, I think
in
I never want to see
disadvantageous
Vikla's Twist of
situations.
Fate ever
I
again.
just feel like you learn so much more about the game that way. So I've just really loved just watching them because they're just a super fun team to watch. But
No
B,
way, that's
all
gotta
of
be
their
like
approach
their
to the
worst
game
series
as a
so
team.
far, right?
And also, that was pretty low.
Have
This
they even
year,
lost
sure,
any
yeah.
other
Those
series?
spiraling, like really drop-off ones
This year?
were at the hands of Cloud9. That was the Cloud9 series, game 1 and game 3.
No, actually,
So
that was their first
it
loss.
the same team doing it
wow.
to them in the same series, and it's the same team here. So Flowers.
Okay, so the most recent update that I've
But it's
got
okay.
about
They're gonna
Poro
make it
is
to
there
first
was
stand
indeed
anyway because
confirmed
the
an
world
audio
hates me.
issue
So
for
it's all good.
Thanatos' computer. They are resetting some settings, getting everything rebooted.
The
trying to get
perfect
it back
script,
ready to go
you know?
here. Hopefully,
Yeah, we're
sounds
just
like
it's just gonna be
not
Gen
going to
G
be too much longer,
T1
and we
at
can
first
get back
stand.
on the
Let's
road.
just put the fucking
I
Gen
like
G
we have some
T1 in the
Bob
bag
in
and move
chat.
on.
We have some great
Going on right now,
chat.
too. Vulcan talking about the matchup, yo. He's like, oh yeah, All-Star is a really good pick into Nico.
Do you
if
anticipate
like
seeing
your
more
turret."
drafts
And
that are like
Mouse-
Ash
and
first
Mo-
pick and then
kind of
into
alluding to the
Mundo,
fact
like
they're gonna have to
Seraphine
hug their turret
with the LCS? I feel like we're behind on that
because
tech.
Nico lane phase is going to be oppressive. And,
Just a little bit stronger than Alistar lane.
If you saw my reaction to the Ashe pick yesterday, then
looking pretty good today.
Looking pretty cozy under there. Lots of shade.
you would know how I feel about Ashe.
Alistar is not.
I'm sorry, I was out yesterday, enjoying love.
What? Cringe?
It's funny because his animation still makes you think.
I mean, like my true
oh,
love is Ido,
do
so
something.
I had to
Oh.
watch his series.
No,
Looking intimidating.
no,
But yeah, basically the TLDR is that
no.
I was talking to the Sentinels coach, to like their strategic coach, and he was asking me what champions I think are OP, and so I told him Ashe, and then I sent him
Like when I
a
was
literal
journalist in
essay
press rooms, and I
of
was
why
like,
I thought
"Oh,
Ashe was
Lord,
strong.
wow."
It's not
And
just
then
aura,
yesterday they
stature,
picked Ashe in
your
game 2, so I
presence.
freaked out. I was like,
Oh my god, you influenced it.
Yeah.
I mean, like
we're
realistically,
continuing
probably not,
chatting,
but
by
also
the
it's
way.
like
The chat,
if I
I'm
did,
surprised,
that's
just
crazy,
because
you know.
everyone always says they
I mean, they
needed
might, yeah,
APA,
sure, like, they could
but
have
it's
been, like,
very apparent
practicing
that
it or
Matsu
thinking
has
about it, but it was
not.
fresh on the noggin because of you.
He's
So,
constantly chatting
I mean,
back.
W influence, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, APA's like, why can't Griffin make
Okay, FlyQuest lover, let's go!
Maybe Masu
Damn,
does
you could've
keep him
gone
muted, but
Walmart.
then unmutes him during pauses because you can't really do a whole lot else.
You know what's
It's not
funny
like
is
he
that
needs to
the
entertain
person
them.
who's in my chat named Zero Nitro, who's actually
How
not
are you
here right
guys
now, but
allowed to
Zero
talk?
Nitro's name on in my Discord used to be FlyQuest Lover, so for a second I just thought that it was Zero
so
Nitro
maybe
but with a
no
changed name, but
change.
nope, I'm
Anyway,
looking at the chat messages and
No,
this is
they're
just a
still
different
working
person
on
named
rebooting
FlyQuest
the
Lover.
audio for Thanatos' PC because there was confirmed to be an issue with the audio. I don't know exactly.
Dude,
what it
audio,
was
always audio
specifically,
issues in this
but yeah,
fucking room. What the hell?
Something was wrong with the audio on the computer, so hopefully that can get.
What do you think of Zaya? I think Zaya's
back
really
together all nice and pretty,
situational.
and then
Turn
we
it
can
off.
get ourselves
She's like
Turn it back
extremely
on.
hard
my
to
go-to
blind
strategy.
pick
If that
ever,
doesn't work,
because
then you
there's
just
a
keep
bunch
doing
of different
the thing
champions
Yeah.
that answer her
Yeah.
really well.
That should work.
Like for example, you can never blind pick Zaya if Ziggs is up.
Fans run a little wonky, but you just give it a couple
Otherwise,
solid
they just
smacks
go
on the
Ziggs
top,
bot
and
and
it
you
works
get
great.
Oh no, this
fucking
isn't looking
demolished.
good.
Or,
They're saying something. That's a lot of communication.
Have you ever seen
Oh,
FlyQuest Lover and Zero Nitro in the chat at the same time? That's true. That's true. Hold on.
Very promising when they keep having to go back and check more and more stuff.
Yeah.
I generally
Uh-oh.
just like to see the, oh yeah, no problem, easy peasy, right?
Maybe it is
A
just Zero
lot of
Nitro's alt.
words that, you know,
We'll wait to see if
No,
they
yeah.
use
all you really need
the
is like
bar
two
mode.
words, be like,
That'll
yeah,
expose them.
fine, we'll just restart it.
See, this is kind of what we're talking about earlier, Emily. It's not just what he's saying because we can't hear anything he's saying, but we're reading his
It's
body
the-
language,
yeah,
Yeah.
his presence,
True.
we're
and
studying.
we're feeling the intimidation.
I was gonna say at home, my computer's also old, but usually it's like the fan starts whirring and it's a dog hair problem,
Ah,
and then you have to go out and clean out all the dog hair, which is unlucky.
well, I think we're free of dog hair.
Does
All
So
these
the-
motherfuckers
Nope.
are smiling and
the
laughing
studio, by the
on
way.
stage.
No,
What
no,
are they
dogs
talking
weren't
about in all
around,
chat?
Maybe we should
It's-
though,
Man,
honestly.
you guys remember
Ah.
They showed the
Yeah,
alt chat
that was
briefly, I
fun.
just
That
didn't read
was
it.
a
I was
fun
too
game.
lazy.
I
Shit.
watched that.
What
Okay.
ADC is
No,
better
that's
late
not
game
part of
40-45 minutes Zaya or Senna?
Right.
Definitely Senna
That's a good
because Zaya, okay, I've seen that matchup
Okay,
late
it
game
seems
before.
that while they
Literally what
continue to
happens is that the
investigate
Senna
here,
from
the audio issue, we're gonna toss
a full
things
screen
back
away
to
just
the
auto
lounge.
attacks the Zaya
Hopefully we
twice,
can
and then the
get
Zaya's at
into
20% health
short.
and she can't do anything.
Guys, take it away.
Thanks, Flowers. Whenever we're on that
It
screen,
is a pretty miserable
it's not a
matchup.
great sound.
Also, like,
Yeah, that's
late game
not
Zaya
a
hates
good
playing
one.
against like late game
Oh,
Ezreal.
Keyword
Generally,
words,
Zaya's got a
text
good
stuff.
lane into
Anyway,
Kai'Sa, but
yeah.
if Kai'Sa goes a
If
pokier
you're
build,
with
then
us,
Zaya doesn't
we
like
have-
playing
we
against
were just
Kai'Sa
doing
late game
trivia also.
either.
Yeah. So we have Zeke from social here. He's going to continue doing the trivia with us. So chat should play along.
Oh,
He's
there was a
amazing.
Zaya game
Crushing
that was really good that happened the other day. Let me find
I
it.
gamed them so hard.
Yeah.
So that you
Oh,
can
on
see
the
an
LCP?
example of yeah, it was an
Question 3 when he went
LCP
against me.
Yep.
So question 4, he was just a
where I was like, this is a
Can I
really
just
good
show
Zaya
real quick
angle.
So you guys can see what's happening, and then we can go back to watching Thanatos look
Hey,
depressed at
next
his
match
screen
too. I think
because
they're
we're
giving
so paused,
Zaya
but we're
buffs
gonna be playing
again.
trivia.
Because like it shocked me because the concept of it of course is
Yeah, here it was this game. Deep Cross versus Ground Zero Game 4.
Week over week. I'm the guy. And
The-
I'm a producer.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
So I'm gonna be
It's,
giving you an activity.
Ambessa
from real life,
Mundo,
an activity from real
Yone,
life. You have to tell me which
Kai'Sa
one came
Shen
first. The last two
into Gwen
impact
Wukong,
North
Twisted
America
Fate,
or the
Zaya
iPhone 6
Rakan, and then if we look at the pick
Oh
ban,
god,
How many
it was a Zaya last pick.
How
So
many iPhones are there?
Ambessa first, Wukong Gwen,
Okay, they're on the
Kai'Sa
outside.
Yone, Twisted Fate,
But they
Is
skipped
it
then
one a year?
Rakan on 4, Mundo Shen, and Zaya last pick. And in the moment,
I have a Sam- I
when
have
this
a
draft was
Samsung
happening,
Galaxy, I have
and
no
I'm a
idea.
chronic Zaya hater, and also Zaya has not been picked this entire split before,
Okay, it's
but
I don't know what
it's
number number I'm currently on.
before they locked in, or it was either like before or right after they locked in the Recon, I actually said that I thought that it was a really, really good Xayah angle. So there are definitely good Xayah angles. Like in this game, there's no threat onto her. She's really solid into like the Abessa and Yone. She has a fine lane into the Kai'Sa. Like you're paired with Recon, and there's absolutely no support that can like ever threaten you. So it's like, that's a good Xayah game. That's a game where Xayah can pop off and carry.
Well, Quid replaced Bjergsen in what year? On 100 Thieves.
Who the hell is that guy?
Oh, also the Xayah buffs are completely fake. I looked at that shit. Everybody was saying, like, I got people in my chat saying like, oh my gosh, have you seen the Xayah buffs? She's gonna be crazy cryo. And then I read them, and I don't see why they would push her into the meta. I don't get it. So
I'm saying Bjergsen retire first.
Whoa. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Azael bounces back.
Thank God.
The other tech that I'm seeing like in solo queue right now is the brand Melio, where Melio takes electrocute. It's just a fucking disgusting kill lane.
Over brand Nami, really?
Yeah, because you can proc his electrocute the same way that like old Nami used to. Old Nami used to work.
I don't know which camera to look at. Doesn't need to be.
Okay, so sounds like they're gonna nerf that out pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I don't know if any pros would abuse it.
One person in the chat was like, Raz would have an iPhone. I was like, what do you mean by that?
Oh, I didn't even know. Of course you have an iPhone, man. Yeah. You don't have an iPhone, you can't do the group chats and the text
they
colors
link
wrong.
everything together.
Have you ever heard of WhatsApp?
Okay.
Anytime I go to Europe.
Why would I use an app when I can just use my text message?
WhatsApp is just better than iMessage.
Do you use WhatsApp every day?
Yeah.
Really?
People are asking about the Melio tech. How does he proc electrocute?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know how it works. It just does.
Nice.
In the group chat.
So
that's the only time I use it.
You're just leaving mom on red?
Not my mom, my
She's
sibling.
like, hello, Raz, my dearest child. I love you and miss you so much. And you're just like, boom, left on red.
Oh yeah, brand Nami is a Fireboy and Water Girl reference. This is true.
My parents just don't know technology. They can't.
Do the casters hate their family like Raz and Jet? Let's find out.
Time to get in the game.
What's your favorite drunk driving song?
My family,
Oh my god.
Bro, I didn't even know what WhatsApp was until I started doing international events. I have never heard about that. Like, growing up in a cornfield, that doesn't exist. Like,
So,
that's not real.
Yeah, I do use WhatsApp to talk to friends from other countries just because it's like, you know, the thing that they use.
Probably
Jat is a total Apple shill. Like,
Yeah, what?
just pushing the Apple propaganda.
Probably Timber
That is crazy.
by
Trying to-
Pitbull
you're
featuring
trying to make
Kesha.
people feel
That's
the
probably a fun
FOMO,
drunk
and
driving
it's
song.
just totally convoluted. Like, oh, you're not in the blue text.
Yeah.
you gotta buy an Apple phone.
But don't do that.
Oh,
Don't drink and drive.
Unless it's to Timber by
I will say
Pitbull
this is
featuring
the one
Kesha.
messaging app I have, despite the fact that I have a pretty good relationship with my parents now. I don't talk to them.
Honestly, I feel like you could drunk drive to like any Pitbull song and it would be a banger.
Because we're finally back live on the Rift. Let's see what we get here. I'm so glad the audio issues are fixed. Both of our junglers are starting on the top.
Like imagine going down a road at 120 miles an hour
and you know what that
with like
the glove
Fireball.
mix on.
Yeah, you know.
Since they're both going to be in the same place.
We love the crab fight.
Imagine
We love
crashing into
Poro
somebody
using a bot.
else
We've talked about how important
while the drop
these
of
bots
Fireball is
using
happening.
are
Is that
as
not
we
like
see,
the
lane
greatest
kind of
visual
going
ever?
As expected here, the turret hugging.
And I guess because, you know, the first
Wait.
scuttle crabs are
Yeah,
weird,
like we
we're
can-
not going to get a fight over them. If your bot lane is getting pushed in, then usually you just go to the top crab instead. And
Yeah, but I want to dream.
Yeah, you got to wait for that third one, buddy.
What
Don't
about
worry. We're gonna put,
Yeah.
drinking
we'll put
and
a
Sion
timer out there.
ulting
We'll get
as the metaphor
third
for
one.
this?
Sophie and I have it covered.
Okay, I'm going to trust you guys.
Trust us. And more, our graphics team has it covered.
Bot lane,
Then
though,
my
is
answer
gonna
would
get
be
pushed
country
in.
roads.
Topside as well. So Thanatos on Cassante getting
Let's
the
see,
early
driving at
shove
120
onto
miles
the
an hour is
bot,
overhyped.
giving two pushing lanes
Who here has
for 9
hit triple
on both
digits
sides
in their
of the
car
map.
before?
And we'll see what Blabber does, assuming he's
I did
gonna
it
go
once.
just, right over to the bottom scuttle crab.
But my
Then
car
scuttle
is
crab
old
gets
and
burnt,
sad, so I like
assuming that Griffin is gonna go the other
it was at like
side.
3 in the
Meanwhile,
morning and the highway was
lane,
completely
he
empty and I
is
was like,
taking,
let's see what
decent
happens if
amount
I
of
just go
damage
as fast
here
as I
on
can. And then I
Have
did
been
that for
trading
like
health for CS,
10
but
seconds and then I
Juan is doing
stopped.
a very good job. Nice, healthy CS lead for
Okay.
himself. taking a lot of opportunities to harass the Galio as well. And the Scuttlecraft fight is actually happening.
Oh man, I told you, Kobe, you just have
Okay,
to
here we
believe.
go.
Griffin's going to
It's
start
time.
this fight off here a little bit, but it's Blabber.
What do you drive? I drive a
Focus.
Ford Focus 2006.
Griffin's gonna be taken down to
Alright.
2 HP.
Of course, it's Fly versus C9. We have to flip the entire game over a Scuttlecrab.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I
Our
mean,
jugglers
we
are
already...
really hungry for crab.
Yeah, we saw from last series that C9 are just a better crab team, though. See, Griffin is new. He's only been doing this crab flipping thing for a few weeks, but Blabber's been flipping crabs for 6 years. So of course he's going to be better at it.
A lot.
Winning the crab wars, Kobe.
Lot of experience.
It's really unfortunate for Griffin too, because if you lose the
By the way, I
first
do think
two,
C9 did win
you're
this
already gonna
draft.
be
Kind of unfortunate.
significantly behind an experience, you know, even before the third one comes. So
Let me think about it. Let me think. Actually,
the world that revolves around crabs. Really though, jumping on the fight and just bursting Griffin down was.
I feel like
yeah, I would agree with
the
you, but I
Galio
think it's
really
close.
does fuck up the Zahin.
Before the game even started,
Because the Zahin is like, he feels pretty stationary, especially when you can like time things like his ulti landing. You can just get the Galio CC on top of him, right?
I mean, I think it's closer
Yeah, we'll
than
see if the
one
junglers
might
want to
expect.
take advantage of that.
Like Zahen has good targets to stack his passive on in this game. I feel like if C9 doesn't get like super far ahead, they could run into potential damage problems. Like if the Ambessa falls behind or something, they might have damage problems. I think that Nico feels a little bit homeless this game into Alistar. But I think I would also, like, all that said, I would rather be C9's comp.
Okay, Cryogen and Masu trying to fight their way back out from underneath the shadow.
Also, yeah, maybe you're just like a Turbo Jin hater. Is that what your stance is?
I really hate Jin. I really hate Jin. Even though it seems like I have to start liking it because we play it 24/7.
I think that Jin is really, really good in some spots, and like completely fucking dog shit useless in most other spots.
Yeah, it's a quick reprieve as we see Gakko's clearing out the
Thoughts on NIP without Doombeat? You want to know a fun fact about NIP?
Just continuing to kind of
I have not watched a single game of theirs from this entire split.
It is a good thing for APA to get the kill credit, by the way, because Galio, even if you're looking at from Ambessa's
They're one of
if Galio gets the
3 teams in the LPL that I have not watched a single game of. With it's Thunder Talk, EDG, and NIP. I have not watched a single of their regular season games.
With the minions, and we'll be able to join you on all of your plays.
How is that an NIP fact? Well, because I'm the only thing that matters in the world, so...
Dark Seal plus his health potion, his
that's the VTuber sphere.
And the wave clear from your bombies is like a really
Gave up on LPL after watching top 4. I mean, like, if you... I can show you guys my LPL spreadsheet. You guys can see that it's heavily skewed towards top 4 and like playoffs. Like there's a lot of playoffs, there's scattered playoff stuff, and then a bunch of top 4 stuff, and then I've barely watched anything else.
Is anyone willing to bet against it?
No. I think again, this is just a showcase of we saw the crab.
Right. I don't know why you're acting like I'm not the only person with any sentience in the world, and everybody else is just like an NPC who's part of my life.
That bot side prio gives you Blabber able to go in onto this pretty early Drake take for them to start that potential Drake stacking. The quirky Gatling gun is...
Yeah, I wasn't...
Okay, but like real talk?
God, what is going on today?
Real talk though, combining this conversation with the last conversation we had, does anybody else do that when they're driving? Like if you're driving and there are no other people on the road, right? Like when you're behind the wheel, it just turns into a bunch of road NPCs. Like all of the other cars are just like bots, right? I'm not the only one who feels like that, or
Pool Party Lulu. When I was listening, I think it happened in like season 5.
I don't know. I more or less get pissed off if there's like a really empty road, but then suddenly there is like someone behind me or someone in front of me, and I'm like, fuck.
yeah, but like,
It's ruined the vibe.
Yeah, it's just a car, you know. There's no person inside the car. It's just a car.
So speaking of pauses, update on this one, as you can see,
there's just a bunch of cars
something
around.
rendered into your view for fun.
Maybe you shouldn't have a driver's license if you disregard the other driver's life. I'm not saying that I disregard the other driver's life. I follow all of the road rules. I'm a very safe driver.
top lane.
I'm just saying that if I see another driver do something really stupid, I'm not like, wow, I can't believe there's a real human being in there with emotions and a life and a family who's doing something stupid. I'm like, wow, that's a fucking NPC, you know? It's like...
You'll just go crazy. If they don't hear game sounds, they're gonna get any.
It's like when I'm playing Brawl
No, I definitely
Stars.
feel like that's real.
Like, my teammates are not people. My teammates are just
like, hello?
figments of my imagination for those 3 minutes.
Man, sorry, I keep getting
this.
Emily. It's like, okay. Did you ever have to read? I had to read this story in 7th grade. I promise this is relevant.
I feel that way more or less about people like wandering through a store. Like, I know I'm there for a specific set of things.
Yeah, they're just
But,
store
like, why the
NPCs.
hell
Yeah.
Are there a bunch of people just standing in the aisles, like, contemplating soup cans?
Giving them, like, potential...
You go to a grocery store NPCs, or grocery store, it's a bunch of grocery NPCs.
Cut yourself off.
It's purposefully sent to drive us crazy. Although now
Wulu Pillow is just not a fan of the fact that I view them as nothing more than a Twitch NPC. Nah, I'm kidding. I would never view my Twitch chat as NPCs. We're all best friends. You guys, I care about you guys more than anything else in the world. Hashtag parasocial.
Someone, like Emily, brings it up over and over.
I am so sorry.
Then it's constantly brought back to the forefront of your mind.
I'll never mention it again.
And your brain's like,
That's true. I would never scare off chat.
The Emily Corky Gatling.
Kind of concerning. You guys don't think of people as people. I think of people as people. I was joking about the grocery store stuff. I was just saying that genuinely, when I'm driving on the road, I don't perceive other cars as people. I perceive them as cars.
Okay, so the Drake did go over to Cloud9 to the surprise of what I would assume is no one. And
here we go.
There's our Scuttle Crab. This is our 3rd crab.
Yeah, the crab, and they're just making a beeline for it right now. So it's gotta be Blabbers because he got the previous 2 crabs. So
God,
unfortunately,
can never
we're
get
not
a
gonna
king
get a
crab.
battle over this Scuttle Crab.
Yeah.
But as you can see,
People are NPCs until you interact with them enough. Yeah, see that's a reasonable take. Yeah, I'm down for that one.
When me and Kobe wanted this request, so thank you, LCS graphics team. You guys are amazing.
Ooh, flash in the bottom lane.
God,
That concept in itself is actually the reason for road rage. Exactly, yeah. Like, you guys have not seen how my dad acts behind a wheel of a car when things don't go his way perfectly. Like, he definitely views other cars as road NPCs.
I thought you were gonna say when he's not beating you.
Goes in for the dive, needs to
What?
step up here, get that tramples. Ben still escaping for now, but Cryogen just knocks that Corky over. Vengeance for having to listen to the Gatling gun.
Oh yeah, they were not happy about that pause. They're gonna get more than turret plate money too. The dive, I like
God, how can we not fix the Gatling gun problem? Doesn't the LCK have like 6 observers so they can just switch when it starts happening?
It's unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Last hit had to go to Cryogen, but you take that any day. Actually secure.
Every time someone road rages at you, it's a 50-year-old tomato face. Okay, but are you gonna tell me that when you see that, it's not just you don't just view them as a road rage NPC? Like, come on.
Yeah, they spawn in the same time, like the same physique every single time.
Like, it's just their scheduled programming for them to be mad at you when you're only going 5 miles an hour faster than the speed limit instead of 20 miles an hour faster.
Grenade into 4th shot, gets the burst, and he's like, Cryogen, you can finish the job. He's got his trample, boom, gets the empowered auto attack to finish it off and secure the kill.
And really nice recognition of when they can go in. Cryogen has talked so much about how much he respects Matsu.
How did it end up being C9 versus Fly again?
Chose C9 v Fly again.
Yeah, because C9 chose Fly. They had a choice and they chose Fly. So they kind of have to win, or otherwise it'll be really embarrassing.
You have to think. Going for his flash there. Now he's going to have Hex Flash.
It would be fucking embarrassing.
Still very useful. Yep. And approaching his level 6. So we'll see about the fight over vision on bottom.
Can't wait in T-minus 3 hours to see it.
Still stand here. Nice defensive control wards for FlyQuest, just in the upper phase.
Wait. So Fly were to win, and they can only play against
Blabber, however, Still's gonna have his
I'm so
jungle lead,
confused
so
because we're not
on
seeing
the
TL
Amphexa
versus or
will
Lion
retain
until
the
like
early CS lead from those
another
extra
week,
crabs, and
and
we'll take a
like
look
2
at the
weekends
top
from
side
now.
of
Yeah,
the
TL and Lion are in the lower
And
bracket.
up, bottom side's already got another fight as they want to try to turn things
TL's
around
playing
to the
against
top
Disguised,
loss,
and Lion's
Galio
playing against whoever
falls
loses this.
critically not level 6 yet on that Alistar, so there's no unbreakable will. They take their opportunity, they seize the chance, they knock him down.
Yeah, really nice recognition. After Griffin has back, they stuck around. I thought they were just going to stop the backs, but no, they went fully in. And like you already pointed out, Flowers, since Alistar is still at level 5,
But yeah, I mean, like, you guys, have you ever like
that unbreakable will to keep himself
crashed into another car, and then like the road NPC comes out of their car, and they're like all mad at you, and they're trying to give you insurance information, but then you're just like standing there zoned out, and like all you hear is them going wah, 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 wah. Like, no, is that just me?
Fast on bottom side that you can't stick around and take the rest of those.
My experience was more like sobbing and crying. I'm so sorry, and then I called my dad.
You might be a psychopath. It's in the name. It's in the name, guys. It's right there.
Significant. So much kill pressure there.
How many times has that happened to you? 0. I've never crashed before.
What? You've never gotten a car crash before?
No, I'm a safe driver. I can't.
Oh.
I
Well,
follow all of the
everyone-
road rules.
Everyone's been 18 once, right?
You want to try and make a play either on mid lane or bottom lane first, preemptively before the dragon gets here, so you can get some summoner spells out maybe. Problem is, like, Rise with Ghost and Flash and Phase Rush is pretty slippery. So I don't think they're actually going to be able to make one of those like preemptive plays.
They fucking booty bumped you at the red light? What the hell?
On both sides, so maybe they just move in.
Well, yeah, I've never crashed. I've never been pulled over. Actually, that's a lie. I've been pulled over once.
Sky for Griffin being completed. You could also see the Kanik Rookern fully done now.
When I was like
Top lane
16.
for Thanatos. That's kind of like the big sigh of relief item for anybody.
But
like
I didn't get like a
That's
ticket or
where you
anything.
Start to just be able to use the shield to shrug off the aggressive flame spitter trading. And honestly, Thanatos
The
is
longer,
totally
statistically
happy with how
speaking,
this
the
lane
longer
is
you
going
go without
so
a
far.
crash, the
I mean,
higher chance you'll
you're
crash
a
next
couple
time.
waves
Oh, okay.
away
So
from
what you're telling me is that I'm just like, I'm charging it up for like the super duper crash, you know?
That's horrible. Oh, here we go, engage. Okay, Nico only hits 1. And Galio gets a full ulti on 2. Disgusting.
I think you're a little bit behind me. What's your timer at?
Combination here. Vulcan has survived so long too. He's able to
11:25.
So it actually
Okay.
27, 28.
Hold on.
29.
I'm in a replay. I can't see the timer actually. Wait until we're after the replay and then start counting.
Go in, but immediately Hot Blossom. Sven is completely untouched here too. And as you already talked about,
But yeah, check it out. It's your favorite champion, Jin, absolutely pumping damage in that team fight. How do you feel about that?
Yes, 4 damages. Okay, it's really cool. And then he throws a trap and doesn't even auto attack once the entire fight. I love it. Head
Alright,
scratch.
when you see the timer, let me know what it is.
Okay, it's at 12:04. 5. 6.
Okay, we're synced up now.
Huge
8.
opportunities
Okay,
for
thanks.
Cloud9 all across the map. Remember how that last series went, Flowers?
Oh yeah.
You don't have your license yet, but you're driving better than most public bus drivers. Okay, one of my like driving takes is that what the fuck was that equalizer?
I don't
That has to have been an accident. What the hell?
I would say no.
Trying the pathway that he wanted to take.
He laid out the red carpet for himself.
Yeah,
Alright, well, anyways, one of my driving takes is that people who drive trucks and buses are, on average, going to be a significantly better driver than you are. Like, I know that, like, it seems like they're really stupid most of the time. Like, you'll like, see a truck do something that you think is stupid, and you'll, like, try to be mad at them. But truck drivers and bus drivers, like, really have to know all of the road rules, and so if they're doing something that you think is stupid, there's a very good chance that they're doing it on purpose for a reason that you're just not comprehending. Like, for example, one that I can point out is that, like, people get really mad whenever there are 2 truck drivers on a highway that are driving next to each other, like one of them's in the passing lane or some shit. And people always get really mad about that because they're like, why is the truck in the passing lane? They're going so slow. And then it's like, trucks have the ability to communicate with each other, like most of the time. Like they have like, I don't know exactly what that, yeah, but they have stuff where they can communicate with other truck drivers. And most of the time, if there are 2 trucks driving next to each other on a highway, they're specifically communicating with each other and doing it for a reason. So it's like,
after the best of 3 that we got to see last week, clearly they were feeling confident.
Also, it's really hard to drive those things. So like you have to be skilled already just to drive them without like ruining everything, you know?
I don't think I've ever been on a public bus that had a weird, like, a weird or bad bus driver that I can think of. What do you guys have against bus drivers?
Instead of the game 1 or game 3, Griffin is here. C9 posturing aggressively. Cryogen taking a ton of burst damage. Pop Blossom lands. Cryogen gets away for now.
God, okay, we're just Jin ulting again, and then...
There's no way for him to ever try to resurrect because the Zehen cannot move in these fights.
Yeah, immediately the Mbessa suppress comes in as if the initial CC weren't enough. You saw both junglers kind of hovering there. I also had seen earlier...
Question, does truck driving skill transfer to Scion gameplay?
C9 were potentially going to set up a possible dive, and now you just have APA hammering away at this turret. C9
probably not
continuing to just find plays around the map.
Yeah, the weakness of Zehen is short fights. And
Poro, defender of truck drivers. Yeah, I'm also defender of truck driver bathroom rights. Truck drivers should be allowed to pull over and go to the bathroom.
So quick, he has been targeted every fight, so he has not been able to hit enough champions to stack up that passive. I don't believe a single time in this whole game, and it does not get better because once you're behind, then you're going to.
Don't they just be in their truck? Yeah, because their deadlines are too strict.
Continue to be easy to burst
like
down.
the wind,
so
like if they're delivering
it
stuff or like transporting stuff, their timers are really strict, so they all don't have time to like take showers or like take breaks or anything. They just drive straight shot most of the time. And then they'll have like water bottles in their truck that they'll pee into.
Yeah, that entire little run of play after the bot side skirmish, you have them going up, getting Scuttle, like you said, pressuring mid. Earlier, down in that bot lane, APA on Galio was pressuring that bot turret. So C9 are really, really well set up.
And I feel like all of those mid-lane bans that we saw back in draft from FlyQuest have really not done a whole lot of damage to APA. 2-0 and 3 here on the Galio. Obviously, it's fitting in very well.
When does the Zehen power spike, if at all? I feel like I don't really know this champion well enough to like even understand what FlyQuest angle is here.
He's very strong at one item if he's not behind, which he is. And then after that, he's kind of like a late game scaler, I guess.
Actually played a lot of different champions thus far because he hasn't.
I don't know. I don't really know why he has Thunder Sky. Griffin really likes this item. I was talking to Griffin a bit about Mbessa itemization, but I just like he went Sundered Sky on Mbessa jungle, which I think is generally like not very good, and now he's going Sundered Sky on Zehen jungle, which I also generally think is not very good. So.
Like you want to jump into the battle.
He's looking pretty good. Blabber also looking pretty good here with his healthy gold lead on Mbessa.
Who knows?
There's always a chance the Sundered Sky healing saved you, I guess. Okay, Embezzle beyond to the rise. Oh, but the Rumble, it's not bad!
Oh, Griffin got his passive off. It probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, passive.
Everybody's health is really low.
Okay, we're doing 0 damage to this Galio.
Blabber has Sundered? Yeah, I don't like it. Blabber has the build that Griffin had.
Kind of zoning out the rest of the team as you see this happen. They pop Herald for priority, clear out that ward. Thanatos is here. Blabber immediately goes in on the.
Generally, I don't like items like Eclipse and Sundered Sky on Mbessa jungle because I think the reason why those items are good on Mbessa top is because she's like. She uses them for short trades, but Mbessa jungle is more of an all-in champion, so you want more all-in-y items, or like long trade items. So like for example, I think that Shojin is better than Sundered Sky on Mbessa jungle, whereas on Mbessa top, I actually do like going Sundered Sky quite a lot.
He sniped quad with his Mbessa ultimate, and they were able to, follow.
It's also like when you're playing Mbessa, generally you're ulting one person and then using all of your spells and all of your auto attacks on that one target that you ulted, so you don't really get Sundered Sky value until you actually kill somebody and then you auto attack somebody else. Like she's not a champion who wants to dive into a fight and like auto attack 4 different people, and that's not really how she plays.
Yeah, and it doesn't get better for FlyQuest because you know, we mentioned the Galio and Galio being very good versus double AP solo laners. And then you also
Is Mbessa good in this game? Yeah.
basically makes Cassante have a
Enemy team is pretty squishy, and they have 3 targets with no mobility, so.
Massive magic shields that they can use over and over. Just go push the wave, you know, soak up the shields. Blabber's looking aggressive again.
Why is Poro saying Shojin is good? I'm saying it is a better alternative than Sundered Sky if you want an item that deals damage and has health.
On the approach through vision, Blabber is not going to get a chance to start another fight here just
People who have seen me in solo queue know that I'm a Ravenous Hydra Cyclosword Maw enjoyer on Mbessa jungle, but nobody's gonna do that in pro. That's like a very, very weird build.
It's going to become virtually impossible if they secure an Ocean Soul 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah, especially with, again, we talked about how this composition could work, right? The layering of the CC, the confidence that Blabber is going to have to get into these fights onto priority targets. We've seen it in pretty much every skirmish and full team fight that C9 has had. And now they can kind of set up the map however they want going forward to really pressure FlyQuest into making some, like, not even bad decisions, but because one thing I do appreciate about this FlyQuest team is they're
we need to eke out like a objective bounty turret or something. Everyone's just stuck on one item. This is so sad.
What do you mean? This is great.
Or
Look, if we get a quick C9 3-0 and then I can go fuck off and do other things, you know, that's what we're here for.
And so we'll see what decisions FlyQuest will have on this map, because I know they'll still be looking for something.
Yeah, it's really hard for them to look good when you're this far behind.
Maybe a tower? Someone's TPing under tower.
So you don't like Stridebreaker? Really? You don't like Stridebreaker on Sehen? That's interesting. I feel like that's his best rush item.
Yeah, it's a good rumble.
Are you like a Trinity Force enjoyer or something? Okay, Thanatos kind of like, he TP'd into a turret and didn't ult anyone and killed himself, so... It started out about as well as they could for Fly, and they still lost.
The Nico clone blocked the Jhin 4th shot. Just that he was holding on to. It's like, okay. Our DPS is really good.
Yeah, but have you considered that Jhin is a aura maxing Chad champion who 4th shot bogs the enemy team?
That's kind of exactly what you and I have been talking about in terms of, like, why not take the chance?
Maybe if we can stall it out another 15 minutes.
If it wasn't for, again, just this ridiculous CC layering that we see from this C9 composition.
I'm surprised he doesn't kidnap someone over the wall.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna ult the Alistar, and then he just didn't.
Yeah, he just dies. It's for fun.
Then the equalizer goes out.
Boom.
It looks like a really nice setup for the Jhin ult, but then again, the Pop Blossom, the Galio coming down on top of you. It's just so hard for FlyQuest to fight back with the kind of counter engage that
I actually
C9
just
has,
am sick of this Nico champion though. I think it's out of control. It's
It's
still just like way too strong.
Vulcan's bouncing on the first, and then Galio is going on top of the Mbessa ultimate, and
I think it's just disproportionately strong for C9 because you can't counter it with Karma, because then they can just flex the Nico mid. So it's like teams don't want to play Karma into Nico if they're against Cloud9. Because then what if they just like put the Nico mid and then go Blitzcrank or some shit?
Flashes away. They wanted to try to use the Realm Warp to catch out the C980 carry, but now
Kratos flashes up. Why don't they just follow the Sven flash? No? Get a 100% pick on him? I think that's like the only way. And now we have to go dark into the Dragon Pit. Fucking hell.
Keep your eyes on Vulcan, keep your eyes on APA.
Okay, Rise pumping damage, and then Griffin flashes forward. He didn't get his passive off.
As well. They both fall down, and APA is still walking away. A taunt on the way out means there's no way for anybody to secure the kill. Meanwhile,
well, that's just disgusting. We were
Pretty
dying
close.
on 3 different seconds.
Karma's banned before Nico's fixed. Oh, okay, cool.
Flowers. Cut the tape, my friend. Can I ask for a mercy rule?
This one.
Can I get a mercy ruling?
Looking like a go next.
Please, 10,000 gold lead Dragon Soul. Baron is still, they still have Baron. They're doing these
Classic
fights so
XD all
quickly.
chat.
The Baron buff is still on.
Oh,
Going down.
GG. Oh, that's.
I feel the same way, man. Oh, man.
okay.
I thought surely, like, okay, maybe they're able to get Galio on the back half of this, just because he does end up taking
Quad stopped DPSing the Galio. Am I crazy?
Yeah, he gets his E off, channeling. They just tank it. Blabber ults
That was weird.
as well, and they shred them in time. APA is able to kite away and live and have enough time to chat.
I
There's
feel
always
like
enough
the
time to chat.
The pop blossom on the back half of that, just like insult to injury.
APA is such a
One person.
jolly
Vulcan has had
fellow.
A lot of big ones, but you know, you count these ones too.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying for FlyQuest, it's like, oh, that's when you're gonna.
Well, things
comes
are
back up.
even more scary now because Vulcan does have Seeker's arm guard ready to go unbroken for even more playmaking whenever he goes in. Death's Dance on Blabber, so he's even more difficult to assassinate here as well. And APA has decided it is time for the book of BM. The Medjai's Soul Stealer completed with 10 stacks. FlyQuest again trying to use the realm.
It looks pickable. Wait, Cryo got minion blocked just now? Is that what
Phase
just
rush?
happened?
We're phase rushing out of there.
APA just walks away from it. Curtain call finally opens up, slows the C9 mid laner.
Well, it's okay.
down.
We're taking top tier too.
Secure the kill for FlyQuest, and 25 minutes into the game, it feels like this is the first time FlyQuest have found a pick or found a move that C9 weren't able to punish.
I feel like the Medjai's is a curse sometimes. You know?
Might be.
How many terms with APA being the best spin laner in the LCS?
Hey, Thanatos could now be
die.
in a little bit of danger, but nobody else is close enough to.
I mean, he is like this.
So Quad is just going to push him back. So at least this is a very.
The competition isn't exactly that crazy right now.
APA is down. They know that C9 can't just be invading their jungle, making more moves, setting up the next wombo combo with the Nico here just yet. But APA is going to respawn here very soon.
I'm trying to think of like anything impressive
back on the map, and then Elder will be showing up just a couple
Quad
more
did in the
after
like
that.
last
I feel like if
3
you're
series.
Pretty
But
much
I feel like
nothing.
he's kind of just always there.
The only possible way you can win this game is it has to be just absolute yakety sacks at Elder Dragon. That you get it and then you win a team fight and you just full send it down mid.
Yeah.
My question is, when you buy a Medjai's and then you're walking around with 0 pages in your book, do you feel shame? Do you feel any shame?
No, I think you just. I think you go back to chat. You just start typing again.
Flowers goes. I can't read anyway. I don't need pages.
Doesn't matter to me.
I would feel shame personally, but if you're asking me if I think APA feels shame, no.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he probably never feels any.
I would feel mortified.
Well,
but I also have a lot less confidence.
Also, if they ever say anything, then you can just be like, check the scoreboard.
Yeah, C9's biggest problem this game being the fact that APA's Medjai's Soul Stealer currently looks silly.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Problem to have. They're chilling overall, I think.
I don't know if they can come back from this, Flowers, this series.
Is Sven unironically the second best ADC in LCS history? No.
Yeah, the mental onslaught of having no pages in your book.
Yeah, I think you would have Wild Turtle above him, Sneaky above him.
I was gonna say the actual onslaught onto these turrets.
I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone else.
Yeah, we're just taking this in him.
Okay, just.
Double lift is a given. That's why they said second, is because everybody knows double lift is first. But
you think double lift is getting the Hall of Legends this year?
Hell no.
So C9 will say, sure, take the tier
really?
1, that's all right. Have your objective bounty, 500 gold, whatever. Double inhibs claimed now for the C9 side.
Who do you think it's gonna be then?
Little bit of the health bar of the top
I mean, knowing Riot, my guess would be Caps, but
it's just so difficult to
find.
Who knows?
Yeah, double inhibs, seeing them kind of back off.
We talked about this at length last stream. My personal choice would be Diamond Procs, but it's never happening, so it's all good. Which NA player can Hall of Fame? Based on like Riot's standards, probably none of them. Like the only one that I can think of would be like Hotshot, but I don't think anybody else in NA has either the influence or the success to be worth putting in there before putting in just like a bunch of other Korean players, you know?
Quad can at least escape with the Realm Warp, but that's 2 dead on the FlyQuest side, one of which is the jungler. C9 don't even need the bear, and they're just gonna march
Like,
down
Bjergsen
mid,
was really
send
popular, but
APA up the top with the teleport,
he never
and go
did
for the
anything
Nexus
internationally,
right
you know?
now.
He was on a couple of
Quad
rosters that were supposed to do well at Worlds, and then they just didn't. So,
they make their final stand, but I do not think this final
does he
stand is
deserve
going
to go in
last
before,
very
like,
long. Nexus turrets all
Ruler
around,
and
hitting Shun
Deft
low,
and
as
Rookie
APA is
and, you know,
comfortable there on the front line.
like, probably not.
Thanatos the same, goes for the Pathmaker, trying to knock Gak, goes back. Thanatos does take a lot of damage from the turret, but still nowhere close to dead. Second Nexus turret already gone.
But then on the flip side, if they put Hotshot GG in there, I would be like, you know what, I can see it. They're going for the Innovator angle.
Lead 18-4. C9 smacked him in game 1.
Lounge, how good are Cloud9?
Any like active WoW esports people there are currently that even remember Hotshot GG. Like, because his
Yeah, but
run
that's the point of a
ends
Hall of Fame,
in
you know?
like
Yeah, the moment cameras are shown, he's
Is
already
to remember the greats.
20.
Brother has places to be.
the washroom specifically.
He's Galio ulting somewhere.
Go to the washroom.
That's why I don't like Faker being inducted. That's why I don't like it when active players are in the Hall of Legends, because we don't have to remember him. He's still playing.
Galio ult. He's using a semi-global.
He's got places to be.
Okay, in this very close game, we're gonna break.
I mean,
down this
I
week's
would feel
Poro
like Faker
moment
is the
with
only
first
exception to
discussion.
that
But we'll talk
ideal,
about what went
because
into it.
There
how
are no
could you just not
exceptions.
acknowledge him?
Impressive by Blabber. No
We
one-
are acknowledging him. He's playing. We glaze him every year. He doesn't need to be acknowledged more.
Juggling on the top side of the map,
Yeah,
clearing down.
but this gives them an opportunity to like run it back for like the Faker.
At 2:37,
Hey, remember the
Blabber
Faker
actually
Hall of
finishes
Fame
his
pass?
clear,
Like,
and Griffin is
Yeah,
that
okay,
came
but
out
how
2
stupid
years
is it
ago.
that his $500 skin only has 4 Worlds trophies on it when he has 6 or 5 or however many
I
the
thought
skin
they
has?
added
It's like,
them.
yeah, but it's like stupid that they have to, no? It's just kind of silly. It's like, oh, we gotta change the Hall of
Gotta add
Legends
another
skin. Our bad.
It's not a big deal. I think they just like copy paste the 3D model for the trophy and just rearrange the order of them.
You have another clip that speaks to that.
Yeah, Hara's a
Yeah,
chronic
I mean,
Riot
I think
defender.
this is great. Blabber actually did this
She
here
really
well,
wants
so
those
super
co-streaming
fast.
rights. That's
They
crazy.
get the roam from mid lane, and they're able to
I
just kinda
can't help
turn this
it.
into a pretty heavily won fight.
And a tour of the LA office.
Well, this was kind of the next fight in the game that really did decide.
No other
things,
sports
so we
Hall
can
of Fame
actually
works like
pull
this, by the way.
up
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
And
Actually,
this
no, you know what?
Griffin trying to actually find a play
You can just
here.
take the angle of like the
Blabber's already in position, though.
League
Vulcan's
of
gonna get
Legends
the
isn't
ult
a
out,
sport,
and
so
even with
they get to
the
do things
instant
differently.
fast, Vulcan lives for so long. The instant Galio ult came through there, you know, from APA.
Yet we desperately
and
ask
Quad
everyone to
has
take us
flash
seriously.
in to be able to finish off Vulcan. So yes, you do kill the Nico. You at least get 1 kill, but you're losing 3.
LeBron should be in the
members
NBA Hall of
for
Fame.
just the support, and you're using
No, not
full
yet.
sums on your mid laner, using flash there, using heal here. Everything kind of just goes pretty pear-shaped right from that play, and it felt like the game was already cooked off of that. Blabber was already really far ahead.
You know, Robert Ory should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Also, again, there is no NBA Hall of Fame. There's a Basketball Hall of Fame. But yeah, Robert Ory should be in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
That was a lot of plays. That
Send
decided this game.
tweet.
You guys see a Pagoda moment worthy play. You can spam the Pagoda emote in the chat. That was ridiculous. That
Player of the game was Blabber.
Is Ory not in?
It
Nope.
was.
He is not.
Already obvious.
Honorable mention APA, because he was also.
Don't think
always
Mr.
there.
Ory should be there. Why not?
That 235
Why not?
in which he could just wrap around
He has
the
7
camera.
rings, and every single ring that he got, he had massive playoff moments to get his team there.
But it's what you do with that
He's
small
like
advantage, like turning it into first blood.
one of the
God,
greatest
movie.
playoff risers of all
And,
time.
like, saying Griffin, don't come in here, I'm first. He tricks him into thinking that he's not going to be there so he can get the kill. So chat was
Chat.
big Vulcan believers.
I'm vetoing that because they got 2v2 kills with a winning matchup. Vetoing the bot lane.
Vetoed.
votes.
We cut that clip for
We
That was
take
just yet
CP3.
another match where we see Alistar locked in versus Nico, and Alistar does not do the boop away.
See, you can
But I
say
don't know
that
if
you would
that's a
take
trial
CP3 before Ori, but CP3 is still a player. He's still an active player. He can't be in the Hall of Fame yet. Ori retired like 20 years ago or some shit.
Wellflowers, we're looking at a
Do you think Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame? Yes, I do.
Already a problem for the rest of the Rift.
Even if I have my issues with him, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
That is unfair control.
Guys, all-wheel drive with terrain mode?
No shot anyone's catching this.
Yeah, this seems completely OP.
No debate. This first pick, we have to lock it in. Now!
A Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid. Pick it before your opponent.
Who is the worst player in terms of skill you would put into the Hall of Legends? Chauster, probably.
Get fed. Scan the QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
Hello? Whoa. Mama Gurgan 85 lives here? Yep, that's my mom.
I don't think they would
The
put
absolute
Bossy
legend
in the
went
Hall
from
of
giving her
Legends.
phone to ruthless
I
online
have a
slayer
feeling
with
they
no
may
mercy for
start
any living
creating
being
like
is
content
your
creator
mom.
bundles or something. Because that's just like a free money thing they could do.
With AT&T wireless and home
But
internet.
I don't
Text me
think
if you need
he
anything.
would qualify for
AT&T wireless
HOL.
and home internet now available across the nation.
No, she's so nice in real life.
I have won at least one solo queue game as a Nivea. So yeah, put me in, true.
Sword Heart should be the next Hall of Legend. Okay, but if you're putting
Sword
somebody
Art.
from the LMS into the Hall of Legends, you would put Maple, Chawi, Westdoor, Mountain, or Karsa in there before Sword Art.
Ja, heard. Looking us. Looking is a push. Do hard. Push. Answer push. I'm looking better. Looking better. Better one push. Better it. Yeah, that's it.
You think Dopa's ever going to the... No, Dopa's never going to the Hall of Legends. Dopa's banned from League for 1,000 years. Why? I don't know why you think Riot would put him in the Hall of Legends.
Push bottom, mid bottom. Yeah. I can do Drake without you.
Actually, my bad. He's not banned for 1,000 years. He's banned for like 991 years.
Cut the tape, my friends.
What did Dopa do? He's like the most infamous booster of all time. I mean, like, he did other stuff, but the reason why he was banned was because he's like the king of boosters.
Levi's titles. I like Levi, but I don't know if he deserves HOL.
Why is Dopa banned for players like Dom and Jensen eventually got unbanned? I think you could make an argument that Jensen should have never gotten unbanned, but Dom's ban was way too severe. Yeah, Jensen should have been banned for life, I think. But like, the thing that Dom did back then that got him banned for a year, nowadays if a player did that, they would get like benched for one match and then they'd be back in. So what did Dom do? He said something, he said like a singular thing that was toxic in solo queue, and they smited him for 1 year. What did Jensen do? He was like DDoSing people or something.
What's been going on? Welcome everyone, and congratulations APA on the Week 3 Player of the Week. That's 2 Player of the Week so far.
It's 2 or 3.
What's been going on?
Sven robbed me last week.
Last week?
So like I should have 3 or 3. But...
Apparently from the C9 members, you robbed Blabber this week.
I did rob Blabber this week.
Yeah?
And Sven robbed me last week, so it's like only makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, you already know the rules from the last time you were here.
How old is APA? I think like 25 or 26. I can check.
I'll just be throwing them rapid fire. This time around, we made a twist. It's gonna be fan-related questions.
Okay.
So the fans
Yeah. Oh, he's 23. What the fuck? Okay. Huh?
Okay. 3, 2,
Interesting.
1. Stowens and Roger Mart
Younger
both
than I
asked
thought.
the difference between TL and C9 culture.
I mean, C9 culture is just more fun, I guess.
Yeah.
TO is a more serious team.
Okay.
Riot removing Blippo from the
Memory
video
asked,
was stupid.
how
I think
does
Riot
Roger
removing
Sharp
Blippo from the
skills
video
over
is
the years?
reasonable until you realize that Perks is in the video for like a minute.
No.
Yeah.
That seems a little bit
It
weird.
was nice to practice in Korea, but what's like
I don't know.
to Korea.
Okay. Chauncey asked, do you still wrestle? I didn't even know you did.
I wrestled for a long time, but not anymore. Every once in a while, Dom wants to wrestle, and I'll put him on his back in like 10 seconds.
You're bullying old people, all right?
What did Perks do? Perks didn't do anything specific. He's just like a turbo right winger.
I think just how to become like a better teammate, because last year was rough for everyone. So just don't want to let this be a repeat, so don't do this certain thing again.
Weirdest champion that you played in mid? This person was asking in particular if you played York, but if it's anything weirder.
I played Colette at Worlds. That's pretty weird.
That's a weird champ. G-Dop asks, is there a champ that you wish was more suitable for pro play?
Curious what was supposed to be the Whippo. I have the same question because I was trying to think of it. I can't think of a single iconic moment that Whippo ever had in NA on an international stage. Like nothing, literally nothing comes to mind.
Outside of Team Liquid and C9.
I thought the rumors were something about him on Fnatic. I can't remember though.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be the NA rep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they were gonna just show that a Fnatic clip.
That's fair. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like, the
But
only
he's
thing
wearing
I can
his
think
current
of
jersey in the video.
is like they could like have an Urgot clip from Gen G or something, but it's like that's so underwhelming.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the LCS. We are
Like yeah, you could have done something from C9 beating Afrika. That would have been reasonable.
Now, but game number 1 was not very competitive.
Kobe and I had this whole thing set up for second crab. We were like, okay.
Even though nothing of substance happened in that series either.
We're good, and then they fought over first crab.
Yeah, and they
Blabber
snowballed.
took all 3 of the early crabs.
You know what? They should have put in the balls Darius pentakill. That's what they should have done. We should have had balls in the Worlds video.
Yeah. And for a long time, it was up until Blabber had to chase Masu in one of the team
I had to
fights and
rewatch
solo
that
kill him off to the side. Up until
10 years ago? It's been exactly 10 years.
100% kill participation up until like 16 kills or something crazy like that. The Nico and the Galio.
Holy God!
Almost 11.
Pentakill for
FlyQuest had no response for
The
that.
trampoline comp.
Yeah.
The bounce house. That was definitely painful for FlyQuest.
Should have put in Danny, Jinx, Baron Penta. Yeah, but that didn't happen internationally, did it? Wait, did it? I don't think that happened at Worlds.
In the previous series, they also
I thought that all of Danny's Pentas were domestic.
heavily, and then bounced back, and they were able to actually win game number 2. So let's check in on that resilience from this FlyQuest team as we continue. Remember, this has the possibility of going deeper into Fearless, you know, full 5 possibility here, best of 5. So we'll really whittle down on some more of these champions. Last game,
Are you hyped for LNG to destroy Group Nirvana next split? I sure hope they do. I need LNG in the upper group at some point so that way they can play against teams who aren't farmers and they can actually get real practice and be good.
Against this guy, he is an absolute menace on the champ. So let's see what we've got. The Pantheon and the Nautilus alongside the Ziggs, as Orianna is going to continue to remain banned on the C9 side. The Varus going to get banned out here too. I'm curious if they will remove Azir from the
Nautilus ban is cool. Maybe does that mean we're running?
We can see a trade there.
Don't worry, guys.
An actual ADC.
Fly is going to pick Azir, and then we're going to get the APA Yone, trust me. We're going to get APA Yone Blabber Nidalee.
Being on the ban list, which I think is just a solid ban. It's one of Quad's best
Thoughts on Bulldog? He's mediocre.
Really good on that pick. And so we'll see what FlyQuest value first.
It's dangerous if they go Azir, then you think Cloud9 would respond with like Talia plus Vi.
Please give me like APA Akali or APA Yone or something. It'd be so funny.
And combos really well with Vi, even with Pantheon being banned.
Doesn't he like ASOL into Azir for some reason?
He does, yeah.
Flex pick. This time around, I mean,
we can get the APA Vel'Koz. I don't think he's ever played Vel'Koz.
Champion, so even though it's just a hover, definitely not surprised they locked that one in.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with it at all. I think it's one of those things where you're like, okay, you guys have already picked Azir, so even if we want Talia, it's not like she's really a flex right now. So it's not like FlyQuest are going to steal that away, deny that pick from you, so you can just go for the powerful solo laner with the Renekton instead. Maybe pick up the fly here or get whatever else it is you might want.
Yeah, okay, they just go Talia. Boring.
Boo. But they made him practice it so much, so.
But no,
I mean, he's good at Talia, but it's just like
9.999% certain that Talia will be going to APA.
It's not even that good. Whatever.
So yeah, we'll see if they do want to partner that up with the Vi,
So they're not going...
if that's something that
well,
FlyQuest are thinking of potentially picking away.
I don't think they would go Nidalee with Talia, right? It's like okay.
Nope,
but
they would not.
Wouldn't you rather get
They
Vi?
would not. If they go Nidalee, they are trolling.
When you start out with your Azir,
Oh,
you've
not
got
into
one of the best
Scion.
scaling
Ew.
carries here, AP carries for mid lane. They've got the brick wall in the front lane already, so just fill out the rest of the comp, 5-on-5, front to back here, and see if they can get some of those objective fights going for themselves.
Why is Dom drafting boring? You're talking about the team that like first picked Nidalee in week 1 and was the first team to first pick Zehen.
That is a really nice pick.
Yep, more front
for
to
them
back
to
for
pick
them.
up. Yep.
Just further makes you win. Means opponent team, anybody who goes in, whoever's the front line, Renekton or Vi, you get hit with a Trundle ult and you evaporate. So again, as long as Quad and Masu play safe and they can try and have like front to back steady battle lines, then that's where FlyQuest want to approach it. So it means for Cloud9,
Why not do it now? Because it's not good. What do you want them to pick? That's good.
And it means that they're going to have to, you know, surgically remove.
I do think that the blind Renekton is kind of troll when both Aurora and Kennen are up, but it's all good.
Play the map a little bit as well.
Yeah, I'm looking for them to potentially separate out team fights.
Like they could have gone Azir Vi and then taken top lane counter on 3. And then they don't have to worry about like Vi making plays on their squishy top laner. And then the Renekton could have gotten fucked. Like that I think that would have been better.
With that Trundle, is going to be formidable.
And you can see the Senna ban coming in for C9, respecting that pick to potentially cause even more problems in these situations where you're doing front-to-back team fights, and she has so much range, and the healing keeps everybody going for so long. So that's taken off the table. Bard also removed by Fly.
We need to get rid of Rakan.
Yeah, and that's a strong ban, just a strong overall pick. Also a Vulcan special. We've seen what he can do on that.
Do you have to get rid of Rakan? I feel like Rakan's pretty bad into Trundle normally, because if Trundle's good, then you can cancel all of Rakan's dashes with Pillar.
So they don't want like Bard blowing people's flashes a lot and like creating openings where C9 can pick them off or put pressure there. And Bard also does some weird stuff with magical journeys where your timing window where you get attacked is a lot quicker. And so yeah, trying to remove some of those things that are going to upset your objective of scaling into some regular team fights and try and take out some of the wild cards.
All right, last ban still got to come in here for FlyQuest as C9 will remove the Ezreal alongside the Senna there. Rakan is the ban for FlyQuest. So C9, how creative are we going to get here? How are you going to solve the scaling?
I mean, C9 just goes Kai'Sa. Or
they could. It's good with their comp, yeah.
On them super hard would be my assumption here. They have Renekton, should push top lane. They've got Talia, should have comfortable early stage in mid lane. And if you can get a good bottom lane here for Sven and Vulcan, Yunara hyper carry here. Last time we saw Sven on Yunara, he was very aggressive.
Well, they're just going to go Yunara Lulu?
Are they also this time going to
pair Yunara
Lulu? Last time they had the Enchanter with it.
They're just going to go Yunara and then counter whatever support Fly goes.
On this draft in particular, we still have the Lulu available. We didn't see the same kind of focus coming.
Fly are gonna go Aphelios Thresh, and then C9 is gonna counter with Morgana support.
Gonna go the Aphelios Thresh. They had confidence on it before, but no, we see the Lulu hover, and Aphelios also just does.
Is your new LPL team JDG? No, my favorite LPL team is LNG.
With Enchanter picks as a hyper carry threat. With the Lulu locked in,
and then my
would be such a
second favorite LPL team is
5v5
WE.
Composition that's also like really easy to execute. And there we go. Lulu
Nami.
locked in, so that's a kind of a takeaway. We see the Nami locked in for Vulcan as the response also banned in game 1, so we still have the 2v2 bot lanes going with those enchanters, as we've talked about, kind of the rise of that because you are spending so much more time in this bottom lane.
And I have to say, I think Cloud9 are definitely going to have control of the early game here, and so
I mean, this game's okay if we lose the craps because we're playing for the late game.
Win our
Yeah, you can play for late game after you're down like 2k gold and 3 Drakes and Grubs and Herald.
Zero objectives.
Or excuse me, fly quests.
Mid lane towers already gone.
You know, the scaling there for later. So, I mean, Yunara plus Nami is very strong level 1. If you let Yunara stack her Q up and they can just run at you. So, I expect Cloud9 to have some pushing lanes and they can just play around it once again.
Yep.
Let's see, how is the Urgot teleflipping boring? Yeah, but that's not... Okay, the Whippo teleporting in is like less of a Whippo play and more of a Masu Busio play. So like, I feel like if you were gonna put one of like that play into the Worlds video, you would just put Masu Busio in there, since they're like actually from NA.
Azir and Aphelios both just do so much damage, and I still just don't think there's any brick wall in League of Legends quite built like a Scion.
No.
This may be a stupid question, because I don't really understand why we're locking in Trundle when we're anticipating Vi to be locked in on the enemy team.
Yes, sir.
It's like...
Alright, let's see what we get here at
the Trundle doesn't really stop anything, like maybe the Vi Q, if he's somehow in range, but...
Well, they went Trundle so that way C9 couldn't take it into Scion.
Oh, okay.
Looks like both junglers are planning on starting
the
top side of the rift here again.
And bottom side, Masu using his green gun really effectively early. You see them take over brush control. They cleared out the C9 ward in the brush, and then they themselves ward both brushes. Another one goes down though, so fighting pretty heavily over it, and Sven gets pushed off the wave, so he can't continue to stack his Q up there on Yunara. Aphelios using that green gun range.
Okay, Masu and Cryogen wanting to play aggressive here nice and early as 80 carries are getting knocked down below half HP.
Which team has more of a ceiling to grow, C9 or Fly? This might be a hot take, but I actually think that C9 has more room to grow than Fly.
Yeah,
even though Fly are like the potential team.
Is in this bottom lane, right? Like really nice.
C9 have Thanatos, so by default they win the scaling war, you know.
Push back against the potential of the Yunara level 1, and they will hit level 2 first in this lane.
I mean, I can agree with that. I feel like it's like risky to do a potential all-rookie team because you don't know what their ceilings could possibly be. You're just like hoping that it could be, you know, all rank 1 challengers.
And it's pretty easy for Trundle to play these fights early on.
But definitely a team that's played together, at least with
very easy for Trundle to play the fight,
4/5 of it.
Be careful. Like if
Let's see. Hello, Poro. I was watching on YouTube. I loved your take on Suits. Awesome. Thank you. I also like my take on Suits.
Of course, with the sustain with Nami, is feeling pretty comfortable there for Cloud9, so they.
Do you think APA is an improvement over Loki? I think APA is better for the team right now at this exact moment, but I do wish they, if there was a way for them to stay with Loki, I wish they had done that, which it wasn't possible, but it would have been nice.
So just a little bit of work to group up the minion wave will go a long way, and get it going back here. So Cole purchases for both of them. After the early fighting here, everybody ends up fairly even, and Blabber's going to take his reset because he doesn't want to tango with an early Trundle. It is just too scary there, so as a Vi, you got to get out of there to the other side of the map, and this time, thankfully, we do have
okay, we're already minion up on Cole stacking. Let's go.
Instead of fight to the death.
Yeah, as soon as Blabber immediately went for the recall after the camp, you know
that pillar was kind of ass.
Nice.
This time here, quick burst of about half the
it sucks we don't get a flash, but whatever. Chunk Pog. Now we just need Quad not to die, but he already uses Q. Oh! Okay, good. He doesn't greet his flash, thank God.
Seismic shove is going to force out the flash from the Azir.
Yeah, and that's really big. We'll see if
dude, speaking of like greeting flashes, I like only caught like a couple of the games yesterday while I was out, but Call Me on his Ahri gameplay especially was just like astonishing. He would just refuse to flash or refuse to Ahri R to dodge anything. He just face tanks the baby cage every single time.
He was doing a little bit of gaming yesterday, for sure.
W from
Wait, that was a
Blabber,
sneaky bubble.
as
I
we
didn't
get
even
a
see it on the
double
screen. What the
bubble.
fuck?
Ooh, nice hit there from Vulcan.
Riot?
He and
Skin?
Sven want to see how
Skin
much
diff?
more they can get out of this trade.
Okay.
Masu doing a good job there, using the Infernum to hit the minions, get a little bit of extra damage onto Sven as Cryogen flashes
Chad
forward,
Lulu?
forces that trade of summoner spells with the C980 carry.
Okay, so we do end up
Call me
with
escape the
2 for
criticism
1
because
flashes,
Lions
but
tanked it.
lower health bars for
Yeah,
Cloud9.
that game 5 was a
So
little
Vulcan is
upsetting.
Very nice double bubble. However, nobody dies.
I think
and
I
it's
picked
just gonna
Lions
be the extra
Bard a
flash
couple
that
times,
they
and he
get,
looks
they
pretty
get in
bad on it.
advance.
I swear Lions had
back
like
to the
one
efficiency
good
of
Bard
Blabber, you know,
game
that window,
before
Blabber
yesterday. I
second,
might just be like making that up in my
hits
head, but like I swear to God he had a good Bard game earlier this year.
I don't
So he
remember
just
him
waits
playing
for it
anything
mid
other
lane,
than Nico, to
and
be
his
honest.
threat puts so much
Maybe I'm
extra
just making it
emphasis
up.
on the seismic shove that we saw thrown there, that you actually get an immediate flash out of that seismic shove. It is just super
Nice
high
told you
value
to
there for
only
APA,
flash practice by
and
only
no
flashing aggressively. You
flash
know, that's funny
on
because that's like,
Quad. Let's see if they can actually play off of
I
it.
mean, like it's
Sneak
fucking
into the
nice,
back
right?
of the
So,
hit.
but that's
really
literally the
early
opposite of what you're supposed to do.
break take, and they're gonna get it with APA coming down and helping him out a little bit.
I like that a lot.
Like if you're only going to flash aggressively or defensively, you should only flash defensively. Like if you were going to pick one of the two extremes.
One or the other.
In game number 1, they also got a pre-6-minute first Drake in that one, so they have very solid early control over these objectives so far in this series.
Yeah,
You're not Korean Masters like him. Did Nice even get to Korean Masters? Didn't he get like stuck on like in between Diamond 4 and Diamond 2? Like for his entire boot camp?
Once again counting down, and we will see.
Which is super cool, but because Blabber got the dragon, guess what? He's already level 6, so a sneak on dragon before Crab even spawns makes it not fair. Look at Griffin on the minimap.
It's just doomed.
He wants to make the ulti happen, and they immediately
My zero flash of Helios.
is down, and Sven's getting paid with first blood.
I swear, man, like Blabber is just it's just a masterclass. Like I feel like every series they have versus FlyQuest, Blabber is just performing so well. I mean, sneaking a dragon with Vi is one of the best champions to see.
You remember Nice video where he played any bronze only flash backward? That was not Nice. That was what's his name? Coach Curtis or something?
Actually taking them efficiently and quickly, and then that rushes you to your level 6, as we just said before he goes for it. Then he gets his level 6.
The one who
and
made
it's like,
the never flash forwards any video.
I'm the original crab-focused jungler. I've died for crabs before you were even a pro player, and I'm gonna get your bottom lane while you're going for it. And it's just beautiful. His first ult, seconds after he gets access to it, he uses on Masu, takes down the enemy Aphelios that had no flash from the early trading that they were doing before. I mean, it's just man, he drew it all up perfectly, Flowers.
It's a good start there for C9. We'll see if they can continue snowballing forward, because that.
But like generally what I tell my team all the time is you should only flash forward if it's going to change the situation after the fight. Like if you're gonna flash forward because it's gonna win you the fight, like if it's gonna turn like a losing fight into a winning fight, or like a neutral fight into a winning fight, then like by all means. But if you killed 3 people and you're gonna get Baron, and I see you flash forward to kill a 4th person, then like
it is funny.
I'm going to find them IRL and beat them up. That's what I tell them.
Every Cloud9 versus FlyQuest series, it feels like we've been invited into like a little jungle classroom where Blabber has been told that Griffin is like the young Blabber, and Blabber's like, all right, let me teach you a couple things, nephew.
There's definitely some learning going on. If the series keeps going like it did in the first game, Griffin is going to show up here.
I feel this will have flash for the Vi gank part 2.
Make laning a little bit scarier.
But he eats a bubble!
On the Talia. Quad.
Okay, it's fine.
Wait, they're kind of fighting into white-green Aphelios. Wait, what are they doing, bro? Huh? Wait, that guy has white-green, and Sven just melee ranged into him. Wait, he's trolling.
We need a
Holy
colorblind test
shit.
on Sven really quick.
APA, seismic shove onto Masu in the very back end of things.
Okay, W.
Get a kill back, but no. FlyQuest get away with it.
Oh, APA is gonna go for it though.
So
nice poly.
Hold on, APA's not done just yet. Cryogen might be the
nice, and we get to keep flash.
Flashed away, so he is going to get an extra summoner spell from the FlyQuest bot lane here, but critically no return kill.
Yeah, and I mean APA kind of resetting so Sven can come back.
No more Sven Yunara. He did kind of throw the last Yunara game he played. This is true.
And there, I think you still see the power of this bot lane.
Pyro's like 2 seconds ahead of you. What's your timer at?
Working together.
I'm in a replay.
And
oh, okay.
White gun. White gun. Look at the chakrams that he stacks up here. So yeah, it's great initiation. You're like, oh, I hit my bubble. Oh, great. Yeah, I just got infinite chakrams from my ultimate. Matsu, as soon as he gets out of the CC chain, pops the LCS ultimate, spinning with all these extra chakrams. And since Blabber was on the way trying to gank also, he's another.
Is your stream delayed? I pushed it back by 5 seconds because she was behind me by 5 seconds for a while.
Trolled it so hard, sorry.
Yeah,
he knows.
You walk up so
Alright, what's your timer at?
Okay, I'm at 9:45, 46.
Okay, yeah, we're synced up.
You're point blank in the face of
Let's see, you have a genuine question. You've been on a collegiate league team for a couple of years as a team captain. This semester, you're finding ways to die a ton in lanes and can't survive into mid and late. What tips might you have for younger players struggling with lanes? Biggest thing I would say for lanes, like if you're having trouble, just like if you're all like, okay, well, I guess I need to ask a question. Are you dying to ganks or are you dying by getting solo killed?
Is going to just walk down here into the river real quick, fire off the Scryer's Bloom, lay down.
Because there's a different answer for both. Like if you're dying to a bunch of ganks, then I mean like there are some ganks that if you're dying to it, it's just like, okay, well, you're trolling, it is what it is. But like other times, a general rule of thumb to think about is that if your jungler is making a play on one side of the map, the other side of the map should stop playing aggressively at all. Like the other side of the map should play as if the entire enemy team is there ready to make a return play on the cross map.
Thanatos is also in a really good spot and headed up through.
Because like if your jungler shows on one side of the map, then by default that means that the opponents can have numbers on the other side if they choose to. So it's like you have to play around that. But I feel like that's where I see a lot of like.
I got him.
Let's see the fight.
Walk next to it. Okay, wait. Thanatos is just too late. It works.
Okay.
Oh, I was so scared.
Okay. Masu's trolling.
Well...
Ah,
we still have Lulu heal somehow. Oh, I can't believe he doesn't rip it. Or maybe it's not up? Is it on the last sliver?
But Masu escapes in the end. And again, really, really nicely done from FlyQuest. They're able to...
Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I feel like most of the random early game deaths I see from teams that like are decent teams is that they just don't play strong side, weak side properly.
Yeah, you know, focusing someone
like they'll be playing like a winning lane matchup, and then so they'll be trying to push their winning advantage, but they won't adapt to what side of the map their jungler happens to be on, and then they'll just die, and now they're not winning anymore. So you end up in bad lane positions quite frequently. Like, are you saying that like one of your laners will just take a bad trade individually and then they get fucked? Because if that happens, then it's like most of the time it's gonna be either on your jungler or your support to just bail them out. Like if you're mid laner, like if you have like an Azir mid and a, I don't know, a Wukong jungler or something, like a jungler that's not like hard carrying the game. If your Azir takes a really, really bad trade, like you just have to identify that like, okay, the Azir is your win condition, not the Wukong. It sucks that Azir took a bad trade, but Wukong has to just take the L and like drop a camp to help fix the wave state. Or like help fix the mid wave, like push it in, or just like go mid to try to like chunk the enemy mid laner to make it a little bit more even or something like that.
And that on top of the Lulu was really the difference maker in that last fight. And now, as we see C9 trying to find something on this bot side.
Oh, I can't believe Cryo even
APA, but can't quite secure anything
walks that way, but okay.
FlyQuest are going in for their 1v3 dive up here in the top lane. Griffin staying alive once more. They get their man.
Wow, okay, FlyQuest they're gaming a little bit this time.
Sides a little bit. FlyQuest recognizing
yes,
with C9 so far
it's looking okay. I think like Blabber could have ripped ulti on Lulu there and they just kill her, but
onto the Renekton. And now we will see that TP coming down to defend.
It's okay.
It's
good for us.
APA coming top.
Yeah, APA rides the Weaver's wall all the way to the end there.
I don't think Griffin can live this.
After Griffin throws another rock,
unlucky.
Nice, good shutdown.
Here's your shutdown. APA's on the board.
And we talked about
I believe in the APA Talia carry. I saw him do it in Casper Cup.
On this Talia, it really, I think, lends itself to how well APA sees the map overall.
Well, we're setting up trap again on the bottom.
The type of
Or
we're
just
potential
pushing?
side lane
Question
plays.
mark?
We saw him trying to get something out of that lost play on bot side. Now recognizes he can get something top side, and the race for first turret take is on.
Okay, all
The
three
Zeus soldiers
clubs
can't hit
possessed by
towers? Nope, they
FlyQuest
can't.
for a little bit of extra edge in that race. Thanatos continues
Thanatos.
Oh,
brother.
wow.
What the act? Okay.
They burst him down before Vulcan's
He just didn't think Azir had hands? Question mark?
That's the best top laner in the LCS right there. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, okay.
Auto attack after auto attack into this top
The
lane.
ceiling
Tier
is
one
ceiling?
has the minion
Ceiling?
wave right next to him.
Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure that Thanatos was like, he played it super aggressively because he wanted to just clear the wave so that way C9 could get the first tower, and then he just like trolled it by staying for too long. But like, I think that was the idea, is that he was stepping forward super aggressively so they could get first turret.
Masu did, like the gap between Sven and Masu in gold has widened because FlyQuest went for the top side play, you know, and they're kind of trading back and forth sides of the map. But I don't think it's going to be.
If Gakko sits turret there, they still get first turret. Yeah, but I think the logic from Thanatos is that he was like, if I can clear the wave without dying, then we'll get first turret. And then he just failed.
I don't think they had vision on Vi. I think the thought was that it was enough to fear. Oh! Wow, Sven gets that flash. That's crazy.
Move in time to force C9 back and deny them from being able to pick up the eye.
Big difference is look at the bottom lane on the mini map there. It is pushing Renekton by himself. So Sion does not have teleport or ultimate now since the ult was used in the fight. So at the moment, you know, Thanatos is at least going to be able to, you know, kill off the cannon mini here, presumably into the tower, and finish up this tower. He has died.
His first turret gold APA equal to kill gold on Azir. Nope.
But, you know, at least he's gonna
Again, I don't think Thanatos was planning on dying. I'm just saying I think that he was playing that aggressively to begin with because he was trying to get APA first turret.
They're still trying to look for that first team fight with, you know, the complete Renekton flank, but deciding it's not worth it to fight that fight at Rift
Most normal fell cycle. Yeah, Masu's cycle is actually good. His gun cycle so far is perfect.
Drake pretty much at spawn.
Yep, and there's no response from C9.
His item is not.
So
I don't like collect the rush on Aphelios. I'm a Storm Razor person.
Direction. Griffin can pick that one up, no problem, as Cryogen and Quad are going to look for some more vision behind enemy lines.
And it points out just how crucial that
Okay, but at least it's not
Drake
fourth
take
item.
was for them to be able to stop
Like
the
Diablo.
stacking, for them to be able to get into a good position with this scaling composition, where we really enjoyed the Blabber sneak around to get the.
Isn't Collector the worst item in the game? No, Collector's not the worst item in the game. Collector's a good item because
response, especially on this bot
it
side
deals
of the map,
pretty
has
good
been
damage
really,
on
really
one
good.
item,
And
and the
now,
build
again,
path
we
is
talked about how these
insanely good.
compositions go up against each other. They're in a really, really great spot.
Oh.
Griffin might not be in the best of spots. He has enough time to try
The jump
to
scare.
ult defensively, but there's just too much damage in the C9 lineup. Sven ends up taking the kill there. Now Quad has to try to get back.
Quad's caught
We have enough
too?
Talia flip?
Quad goes for the flash to try to
The super plant, let's go.
Zeke's convergence has to be the no. Don't sleep on Zeke's convergence. It's a cheap item that gives you every resistance. It cannot be bad.
A little bit. The Arc of Ruin slows him down, but he does get away from the seismic shove. Now Blabber with the wraparound play. Wants to go in for the ball breaker. Thinking about it here. Tidal wave crashes through. Seismic shove won't find a target, and C9 backs up.
What about Hex Optics Rush? Generally, I think that Hex Optics Rush is like, it's mathematically underwhelming, and on paper it should be a scaling item, but I do remember talking to my ADC about it. We were talking about, because I was like, my ADC is a Caitlyn player, and he was rushing Hex Optics on Caitlyn, and I was like, surely this can't be correct, because Hex Optics is supposed to be a late game item. Like 10% more damage when you only have 100 AD is not that much damage. But then he like showed me the math on it, and it's like actually fine. Like I still prefer Storm Razor Rush on Caitlyn, but it's like if you rush Hex Optics, it's like the math isn't terrible, and you get a better scaling build.
Misses out on having the damage to kill the Aphelios. Now Sven and Vulcan have to be mindful as Griffin shows up. Cryogen reinforcing his AD.
So like I could see the vision. I could see people rushing it.
C9 and FlyQuest.
Because then you get to skip all of the loser items.
Scrap now as C9 want to continue keeping the pressure on. This tier 1 turret is very close to death. Gakkos tries to clear the way with the decimating smash. The Scion is
like if you go Hex Optics, you can just go like Infinity Edge, Lord Doms, and any attack speed item. Like you can go Infinity Edge, Lord Doms, and Rapid Fire, and your build doesn't feel that bad. Whereas like if you go Stormrazor, then you're only going to get 3 of those 4 items before you're overloaded on crit.
They are able to stop this kind of aggressive C9 push, but I love that it seemed like Sven was listening in on Kobe, recognizing his power as this Yunara and getting so much damage down onto Masu.
Yeah, playing aggressively here through mid, and Thanatos seeing if anyone's going to walk up to mess with the AD carry battles. These honorable AD carry battles where they stare at each other and the wave until
Sven jumps in. Arc of Ruin forces out the flash plus wild growth combo. No ghost there for Masu any longer either.
Okay.
Sven is punishing him every time he steps up.
Yeah, Sven is really
Is Phantom Dancer that good on Yunara? It's fine.
In this mid lane, and
I think I like Fiend Hunter Bolts more. And into certain comps I also like Runettes more, but Phantom Dancer's like fine as well. It's whatever.
So for FlyQuest, earlier on we were saying, hey, this game is feeling pretty good, right? You've slowed things down, you've made a couple of plays, but now C9 has fought their way back into a sizable lead. If you're FlyQuest, are you sweating at a 2,500 gold lead C9, or do you still feel pretty comfortable?
I'd be sweating a bit, you know, especially with their track record versus Cloud9 specifically. I definitely would be sweating.
Every year they just give him more attack speed. Yeah, Phantom Dancer is a good item. It's just the problem is that I think that Fiend Hunter Bolts is broken. Yeah, that's about it. I think Fiend Hunter Bolts is like too strong.
Doing his best efforts to dismantle the warding structure of FlyQuest so they continue to look for these picks. And with the Vi combo, with this Taliyah, having Actualizer, having the extra needlessly large rod here, you know, for APA, huge.
Dude, Thanatos is just bush-sitting this entire game. He's there. He's waiting.
He has prio over the Scion, so he just keeps on pushing out the lane and then moving mid.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Did you see the Ashe Seraphine LCK yesterday? Yeah, Ashe Seraphine, it was played yesterday and today, wasn't it? I could have swore I saw it today as well. But yeah, LCK prio on Ashe Seraphine has been rising, which I'm obviously happy about.
Stealing away this blue buff. And I'm not sure if FlyQuest are even going to contest this. They just seem to be content to...
Also, this isn't the first time I've seen this Aphelios build, by the way. I've seen, there was one other person who went Collector Stormrazor, and I don't remember who it was, but I thought it was terrible.
You think, oh, with the Zir DPS showing on a lane, they're probably not on it, right? And they pull off. You know, Masu is shooting it over the back of the wall there, but sometimes, yeah, trying to do those sneaks when you like show one of your big DPS champs going down a lane. Maybe
damn, was it half? I think they could have committed.
On the other side of the map does get the dragon. He leaves the crab for the Scion though.
Okay, the Scion's the target.
He's gonna eat my ulti.
Immediately tries to ult defensively and can't get all the way out, so now he's got a flash. The damage from C9 still not enough to kill him off here just yet. Masu staying alive, but APA has made his way.
I don't think we had to use the Lulu ulti on Scion.
Masu and C9 just found 2 big kills.
And crucially, the Lulu ult was not there for Masu, right?
Okay. I mean, listen, if Fly is not winning this game with these champions, with that lead, I don't know what game they're winning.
Black Cleaver is a very good tank killer. Look at the Scion. He had stacked so much armor. Sunfire and the Thornmail and those boots as well, like so much
where did it all go?
So yeah.
Unfortunately, I do feel like when it's versus C9, it's like they're waiting for a perfect storm. But I mean, in every other series we've seen versus like the other, the 6 other teams, I feel like it's just more or less funnel carry on the jungler, and then they play off that with utility everywhere else. But like they're trying to match these very consistent teamfight comps, and we're just like losing every teamfight.
You lost your Aphelios, you lost your Trundle. Yeah, you saved the Scion like walking away.
It also feels like
casualties on top of the dragon and Cloud9
no one is saying go.
Gold leaf flowers,
not that they're in any position to do so.
Yeah, they don't have any go buttons other than like Scion ult.
But now into tower gold on top of it.
If I'm wearing a green jersey
But like if
here,
Sion
I'm
is
asking
sitting
somebody to
in
turn
that
an
banana
AC
bush,
on. It's
like
gonna be
is he
a
not
tough
telling
here
the
to
team
be
to go?
comfortable
Like
when
otherwise
C9
why
is
is
up
he there?
5,000
He's just
gold
a
with
straight
Baron,
caught, I
pushing
guess.
2 lanes
And then
of
they
tier 2
choose to
turrets.
fight it
FlyQuest
anyways.
is trying to get something back up there with the top side as Griffin wants to move forward.
Oh my
But he
god.
should not have moved
Okay.
there. Vulcan ends up taking the kill credit.
But
Trundle's
yeah,
dead
see,
again.
here's what I'm thinking,
And the
okay?
C9
Masu's going to carry the
machine
game once he
pushes
goes
on.
rapid fire
FlyQuest
third.
now
That's
in
the
a
angle.
4v5 until Griffin respawns, but that's 30 seconds away. Quad still working on the tier 2 there in the top lane, and again, he dies.
I don't think we're making it, champ.
C9 just looking to end this game. Blabber will get knocked decently low here, but there's just no damage left from the FlyQuest side.
Yeah, I mean, why give FlyQuest another window to get into the game? They should at least be able to get both of these turrets. Definitely an inhib.
Yep, that bottom lane inhibitor is the target for now. APA forced to flash out of the range of decimating smash, but again, Gekko's, he's just not tanky enough to deal with these guys when he gets bursted down on the front line. Griffin has finally made his way back into the fight, and he's right back out. All of these FlyQuest deaths having out flashes, and now
My god, it looks like the entire team is in team. I think they just want to go next, I guess.
Pushing towards the Nexus turrets. Masu wants to try to defend it there with the Moonlight Vigil, but he doesn't do enough damage.
Don't worry, Masu's got this. That BF sword is going to be the difference.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
I guess it was a go next angle. They said, never mind.
You know what I was saying yesterday after this guy's lost to Sentinels? Is that I was saying that after C9 beat Fly are going to play against Lion, right? If we end up in a world where Lion and TL somehow randomly become good again, and if Lion beats Fly, and if TL beats Disguised, and we end up with a top 4 of C9 Sentinels, TL Lion, that's gonna be so fucking boring. It's like the actual
That's like
most snoozer top 4 ever.
Everyone's power rankings are correct again.
Let's see, is NA a one-team region this split? So far, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got the 2v2 goal.
Because Lion and TL have been bad.
I mean, Masu and Crygen forced Ven's flash early. It felt like a lot of things were going well. They have, I feel like they outscale in 5 roles. Yes. Okay, they can play this game slow. They could win. But I want to talk a bit about APA.
And now that Disguised lost a best of 5 to Sentinels, and I'm not going to say that Sentinels. I still don't think Sentinels is that good of a team. So
he goes up towards mid after a base. He pushes that out. Then he's going to be, just looking to move into the enemy jungle.
Definitely not.
Back.
I swear to God, the DSG series, it was like, seriously, just like major player error. Like major hands error.
Yeah, I like their drafts for the most part.
All right, we're getting zoned
yeah.
Spot. Let's go top. Let's get this dive on Thanatos. So they are going to make the dive happen over onto Thanatos.
Yeah, Call Me wasn't that good. Lions wasn't that good.
Crosses back through mid, pushes that out. Still hasn't lost any minions there. Is able to run all the way up top, finish off Griffin. So pushes out mid, goes bot, zones off. Goes back mid, pushes that out again, goes top, gets a kill. Now he's actually going to take down the.
I mean, this wasn't even like
right after this.
A spectacular game. It was just like
takes down the tower. Then we're going to
pick
go
after pick.
A little bit more. Again, always
losing at the crab fight once again.
Moving here, and then we skip a bit ahead. And this is going to be.
When does TSM play? Doesn't TSM have a Marvel Rivals team or something now?
No, I think they just canceled their Marvel Rivals team. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think it's just someone who's playing their fighting games for them right now.
Oh, okay.
It's legitimately
yeah, because six days ago they were chosen as a Marvel Rivals esports partner.
And he's gonna go immediately.
So is that already dead? Is that already gone, or?
No, they must have just re-upped.
Okay.
Because what I was seeing was maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Big rock comes out and it just basically chunks.
They were like saying goodbye to it. The team.
This is a surprising amount of damage, and that is the power of the early actualizer. Again, there's the nice sidestep from Masu right here, pops equalizer.
But yeah, that's when TSM is playing. If you want to go watch Marvel Rivals Ignite, then you can watch TSM play.
Always pushing his lane before moving, so he's never dropping minions. Affecting the bot lane, affecting the top lane. Really good in team fights. I just feel like he's having another great.
Does Reginald even do anything anymore? Yeah, he locks in Karthus mid and flashes under the enemy's mid tier 3 and dies. That's what he does.
Even though it's just 1 kill, Sven ended up with
His
7.
wife has great
I think that was a lot
TikToks.
of Sven being in right place.
She posts them on there like all the time.
Reginald has a wife?
Yeah.
Why would anybody? Okay, I'm gonna. No, it's okay.
I mean, 4 out of 5
People grow.
against C9. Where they've just been completely
Mind you, it's been
snowballed.
like 8 years,
It's
right?
really interesting to me because
Longer. even.
No, it hasn't. He had like crazy stupid drama with Double Lift like 3 years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. It hasn't been that long.
Where C9, even if their bot lane loses,
Mm.
they were working so well.
Like he's been problematic from like 2010 to 2022, and you're gonna try to tell me that? And he's like a CEO of a big company who's like dabbling in like AI and crypto and shit, and you're gonna try to tell me that he's changed for the better. All right, I believe you actually.
LCS action when you get your favorite food delivered on Uber Eats for less gold. Game 3 is coming
I don't
up
know.
next.
Maybe his interpersonal skills are really good, but his business, and forward facing. I mean, that's why he's not in control of the TikTok. It's his wife's.
It is time for the Kia double
She
point
curates it.
question. And this one, I feel like everyone should know. The question is, what is Ian's mother's name?
She's gonna watch this too. And
She will watch this, guys. Just so you know.
Wait, Thanatos, you met her.
said her name when she shaked her head?
Being a company owner is enough to not like him.
Yeah, but you're talking to Horror Bunny, who loves companies. She loves companies and corporations.
Let's see.
Her name is Stacy.
Oh, dude, I knew it started with an S.
Is it?
Wait, what did you have?
I had Julie.
I had Sally. Any.
This is a champion. This is League of Legends.
Big Corpa defender.
Well, how did you know?
Because she introduced herself.
Ian's mom came to our house and said hello.
Hello,
My name is Stacy.
And she's on broadcast.
Oh, I was so close.
I mean, someone has to be the villain of the stream, right?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah. We get you on here because you're a capitalist.
Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day.
Is this an official Riot co-stream? No. I just have the official broadcast up on my stream, and we're just seeing how long we can last until it gets taken down.
Waiting to get banned.
When you become as big as Cagel, can you make your own country? Oh, actually, I already... Okay, hold on. Check this out. So for people who don't know... What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, alright, hold on. So, my last name is McDonald, right?
Oh my god, really?
There's a place on the map called McDonald Islands. And so I've just always, like, ever since I was a child, I've always just claimed that those islands are mine. But I just Googled it, and there's been a fucking update. Apparently, some fucker named Herd changed it to the Herd Island and McDonald Island. Who the fuck is Herd?
Wow.
Who is Herd? Get the fuck off of my island. You were not here.
It's the maiden name
15 years ago.
Some lady that married in, probably.
It used to only be named the McDonald Islands. I don't know why it's the Herd Island and McDonald Islands now. But yeah, it's like here. All the way in the middle of nowhere. But the
gives you wings.
Motherfucker, okay, this Herd person, I'm gonna find them. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess I don't have a country anymore. It got taken from me.
Can't have anything good in this world.
Nope.
Guys, go for it. Trust me.
I mean, private islands are out of style anyways.
Yeah, we end now. I have ult in 7. I can hit the pillars. Pillars has flash. No. Okay, sorry.
Some guy like ruined it for everyone.
Start bubble. Okay. Just end, guys. Yeah, we're ending. I'm here. We're kind of low on mana on Ian.
It's okay. We can take over the Sandwich Islands. Are the Sandwich Islands still around? Let me see. Sandwich Islands.
Nice. GG, guys. Well, we had it the whole time and it's still like 25 minutes. I think too broken, by the way. Don't get cocky though.
Or what is it called?
Sandwich? Which style?
It's the South Sandwich Islands. It's these. The South Sandwich Islands. We'll just invade these.
Oh, they're like a little constellation. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, I had like a massive map on my wall when I was a kid, so I would just like stare at it and find all of the weird tiny islands, like the Sandwich Islands and the McDonald Islands. North Sentinel Island invasion? No. We should just let them be. Just let them vibe.
Ghost, what's up? Yeah, I think owning an island would be like overrated because you can't go to the internet there.
By the way, speaking of maps, how many people here are Southern Ocean truthers? How many people believe that there's a Southern Ocean, and how many people think that there is no Southern Ocean? Because this is like a raging debate every single time that anything related to geology comes up. There's like these people who adamantly believe that the Southern Ocean is a thing, and then other people who like fucking hate and despise the Southern Ocean and say there's no Southern Ocean. Yeah, there's the Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Atlantic Ocean, and everybody agrees on those four. And then there's like a group of people who think that there's a fifth ocean called the Southern Ocean. Like me, I believe in the Southern Ocean.
Doing the most right now. Every game he's just griefing. Level 1s, he's wasting his spell.
Well, where would the Southern Ocean encompass?
Here, I'll pull up a map.
I just miss you, man.
Okay.
I know it's early on, but I think we're really made for each other.
Bro, I miss you so much right now. What are you even doing?
Yeah, here's a map.
He's so good at laning.
Of it.
We can watch a movie, team fighting, or he always smells so good.
Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian, and Southern, above Antarctica.
So anything that just touches Antarctica's like top half?
Yep, people call this the Southern Ocean. Like this entire chunk of ocean. And the Southern Ocean was on my childhood map, right? So also the whole entire, don't you dare bring up currents, by the way, because people who say that the ocean current map, all right? We're gonna do a deep dive into the ocean currents, right? Because people say that the oceans exist because of like the different named oceans exist because of currents, but
hey, Masu, babe, are you still there?
if you actually like really stare at this map and like look at the currents, you'll come to the conclusion that there's only two oceans. Like everything either like I don't know. It's like I've you know I need to like not get on my
come to that conclusion because there's like a hemisphere line that's added to these like style maps to show like different equators, I guess.
They'll bounce back though, you know, they're all right.
By the way, do you keep like joining and leaving the call, or is that me?
What?
I keep on hearing the Discord leave call sound.
Oh, I thought we were just hearing it just now because there was the FlyQuest like.
Oh, was it a thing on the broadcast? Okay, I was staring at maps, so I didn't see it. Okay, I thought it was you. What
I
the fuck?
think the broadcast was doing the meme.
And from that fight to end.
By the way, who else here is a only 3 continents truther? We can keep on talking about maps.
Why are we always bringing up conspiracy theories?
No, it's not. Okay. So the first continent is America, right? North America and South America are one continent. So there's America. Then the second continent is Eurasia, and then the third continent is Africa, and Australia is not a continent. So there's only 3. There's America, Eurasia, and Africa. Bam.
We'll see what FlyQuest can do here in this third one as we are once again.
Wait, why does Australia not?
That enchanter has been kept off the table
well,
all series long.
I guess is it an island? Wait, I don't
it's the Pluto of continents.
Back in this one as Varus remains banned and Pantheon is also out again.
Yeah, most notably though, the Oriana.
Can we just go back to Pangea? See, now this person's spitting.
How good Quad is at that champ. And with FlyQuest,
I mean, like what's the purpose of like re-identifying them? I don't think it changes anything.
With FlyQuest having last pick, I'm really wondering what they want to do.
I don't know. It makes people angry.
It's solely to rage bait? To farm Twitter dollar points?
Yeah.
For your verified status?
I mean, look the chat interaction is going crazy right now. People want to talk about the 3 continent theory.
You know what? I should learn a thing or two. Fuck.
Europe is just West Asia? Yeah, there's like
turn out the lights and have multiple people engaged from different angles.
Okay, Wukong next to that Orianna. I like that combo. Wukong can
So
just...
I called it the Shock Kong last time. I thought that was...
Oh, what the hell? We just locked in Aurora Nocturne? Are we gonna bait a cannon pick here, I guess?
Also, speaking of the Middle East, just because somebody mentioned it, is anybody else here somebody who doesn't like calling it the Middle East because it's a colonialist term?
But Flowers did. As we see the Bard locked in for Vulcan. We've talked about what a strong pick Bard is.
I've become an anti-Middle East person.
Really great setup for whatever C9 want to do, and works really.
As of right now, I'm a Swana enjoyer, which is it's Southwestern Asia and Northern Africa, and then the acronym is Swana.
The word he said, I couldn't remember.
It's totally better than Zahungle, at least.
I like Zahungle. It makes me laugh.
Zahungle is also... They can both be bad.
But I'm open to other names if people have other names of it.
More of what we expected with the building multiple divers with Nocturne, another assassin here, another diver. So the idea is whenever you're giving over Orianna, you want to -- make sure she can never play side lanes, which is...
Anyways, there's a draft happening. Should I be like paying attention to this?
You have a Nocturne and an Akali matchup. You want to put a lot of pressure on her.
Oh, we're not even flexing the Aurora anymore. Okay.
Yeah, they just immediately slammed the Akali into the Orianna. It's kind of fire.
Yay.
First 3 picks here instead of leaving it for later, because Bard is
And they already banned Senna, so my utility supports are all locked out. So what am I sending my bot lane to? Are we playing Masu on a random tank again? Zion is out, so...
shield activation when she comes out,
and
hopefully survive that way. So probably we'll see some defensive usage of Bard ultimate here, not just offensive Bard. Looks like you see a lot of the time.
Okay, Yorick banned out.
But Orianna was first pick. Yeah, who knows? They just let them cook.
Be a little bit concerned with, alongside banning away the Ezreal. Nautilus also banned out here with C9.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's something they saw in scrims. Yorick has this kind of insane side lane pressure that we've seen C9 like to set up, but they remove both
Let
the
him pick
Nautilus
Jhin
and
again.
the Rakan, which are 2 things that I think would have worked really, really well for this Nocturne, Akali, and Aurora dive.
Swana sounds like a Pokemon though. That's because it is. It literally is. There's a Pokemon named Swana. It just has 2 N's instead of 1. Yeah, see, look. Swana, the Pokemon.
We got short range, don't care, because we're gonna be all over you.
Let's see what they'll pick next to it, but first we've got to see the C9 choices. I think Sven's Yunara last game was very impressive. He certainly seemed...
Callista, alright, okay.
What do they want to lock in against all of this dive with the Ezreal banned out? There's a couple defensive, safe options. Sivir is going to be the choice.
Yeah, scales super, super well, fits really
Like, I don't see a world where Callista
combination
gets to play the game
hover
based on Orianna and
out of
Wukong,
Thanatos,
even.
something that he's, yeah, I mean, it's a good blind. It's something that we know he's super, super comfortable on.
See, they actually subbed out Masu and they brought in Elk, and so it's gonna work.
They could, yeah, actually.
Gnar is also historically a good blind champion. You didn't say anything false.
Exactly. It doesn't mean it is in this case.
Gnar, okay.
Where it's being big Digno and Aurora, so all good.
Not the Yuumi hover.
Shout out to LCK.
Yeah, we saw it. Look,
Well, hey, you know what? At least Fly have a more scrappy comp this time. They're trying to play the game a bit.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted, right? You wanted them to stop matching the scaling?
Again, kind of a counter to some of the engaged potential.
But like, are they even matching the scaling if they just int the early game?
I mean, this comp from FlyQuest, if it gets going, is just...
No, you're not ready for the Griffin level 3 Flash E gank. It's gonna go wild.
Clearly, last game, they're like, all right.
This is another impossible team fight composition where we're just praying to God that Cryo hits the miracle ulti and we're able to perfectly time flash away from the Orianna ball.
We're gonna put a lot of pressure out on the Orianna specifically, and let's see.
It seems so risky, but like surely the cook is that they just win the crap fight this time. I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I I really like this for FlyQuest just because I feel like when this new FlyQuest roster has succeeded, it has been by having their own agency and being willing to make potentially risky plays with success. So I am very curious to see how they pilot out this composition.
Well, I especially want to see how well they can
Cidery
make
on
all
red
of these plays,
again?
how fast they can keep the tempo of this game. I think Blabber has been the
Wait, hasn't Fly been
fastest
red
player
all
here
3
in this
games?
series. I think
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I was planning on swapping up where our models were if they swapped sides, but they just never swapped sides, so they're making my life easy.
Keeping sides, yeah.
It puts out so much pressure. You know, a lot of things I think are going to revolve around Nocturne ult timers. As we see the bottom lane. You know what? Minions are overrated.
Okay, level 1 fighting. Level 1 fighting Callisto.
Yep, there it is.
Is good.
Out of health bars back and forth, and Sven is the one who takes the worst of it. Barrier and heal down.
Spellbook on Bard. Not a big fan of that.
Still intact for now, but Cryogen and Masu do not want to allow Sven.
I'm an
and
Electrocute
Vulcan close
Bard
to this
enjoyer.
wave. It was Cryo and Masu who were on the receiving end of the lane bullying a couple games ago. This time around, they want to do some bullying of their own.
Mission successful then.
I don't think Bard uses Spellbook like
Sven has been bullied.
as much as someone like
Poor dude,
Rel or like
right
Ali
back
does.
to the lane now, but you know that the reset is bad.
Like I think
You just can't
Electrocute
even
Bard,
buy
if
it.
they were planning on doing the the lane 2v2, it would actually just make a world of difference there.
Yeah, I don't really get why we're not going Electrocute into Callisto Renata, considering that Callisto Renata's only win con is winning early game. So you miss running Omnistone Bard. You know, back when Omnistone was in the game, I used to run Omnistone Xayah, and I thought I was cooking. And I was. It was really good, trust me.
Yeah, so honestly, like between game 1 and game 2, we kind of got a lot more comfortable, especially like with the early game, but you can tell that mid-game, C9 is a bit more decisive and understand how to push sides, then our map state starts to fall apart. So this game
Miss Klepto? I mean, me too. I think most people miss Klepto.
Take most fights, especially with the Akali, and then Callisto Renata is going to have a lot of tempo, so hopefully we're able to stack some dragons, and we need confidence on our timers. Because right now, especially when you play against these veterans, like they choke you out and it feels like you don't really get to play the game, so looking for some confidence.
So, talking about this draft then
Alright, we have him
specifically,
back.
Obviously, it's really aggressive, you know, a lot
To
of
fight
kind of a
for bot side crowd.
Is this comfort for the team, or is this
I
something
miss
that you felt like
Minion
you need to play more for early
Dematerializer.
game power?
A little bit of both. We definitely practice this comp.
That rune made me
Honestly,
happy.
The main thing, it's a little bit disrespectful. Like, the Orianna should be...
That is pretty funny. We'd see an intense spike in Thresh gameplay. Thresh and Blitz the Cranker.
Okay, our Fly losing another crab fight?
Oh my god! Oh, he was so close to resetting.
Holy. Not the crab throw again. Let's go.
What the hell?
I mean, that was a pure 4v3, by the way. They just fought a 4v3. They opted into it.
Already seeing it in action here with that sick double binding. Once again, C9 is there to back up Blabber on his crab initiative down on this bot side.
So, about that gaining confidence in game number 3, Flowers.
And playing through bot lane tempo and dragons.
Okay, they did initially play through bot lane tempo.
Level 1, yeah, I'll give that. I like the level 1. I liked what I saw at level 1. But what I saw right there is a concerning
Who can actually beat C9? The only team in NA who can beat C9 is C9. That is my personal opinion.
They throw.
First purchase, he didn't get to buy anything.
Now he gets the BF.
Yeah, their like only loss was in the last week's Fly series where Sven just like had an accidental throw, right?
Yeah, I think Tapeworm's cooking. Flyer losing because you don't have the sign.
It's a dagger and a potion.
You just have like the heart things.
Okay, let's take a look at this though, because Spell Shield goes off now for Griffin. He used it really early, and Vulcan's
Dang,
like,
should I be holding the sign today? I guess I should. He does flash into the binding. It's unlucky.
With his binding and his flash, and then as you know,
Focus there was all fucked up though. Like Masu just gave up on hitting as soon as the Wukong W went out.
And it's 2 kills into APA's Orianna. Double buffs on the Orianna. Holy!
Yeah, they're playing a bullet hell at this point.
I swear, even APA feels bad for them. I think APA even feels bad. Yeah, he feels bad for them.
He was laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing at them. He's like, oh man.
That's not feeling.
You don't think so? I think he feels bad for them. That's why he's laughing.
I think he feels good about his state.
They can't get anything here. What are we waiting for?
Well in that lane, had shoved the Akali
Oh.
to turret, and now has 2 kills. Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. At least FlyQuest are still going for this first Drake. We'll see if they can manage to secure that. The problem here, Monster's at only 300 HP. It's very hard for Kalista to walk over and do anything about this. In game
OP
number 2,
Crab is spawning
both
soon.
of our games so far, C9 took first Drake before 6 minutes. And it looks like here in game number 3, they're poised to do the same thing again because FlyQuest...
Wait, what? What is Ori building?
Up, but they didn't have the damage to finish the job. So C9
probably
will just walk
Ra.
on in, say thank you very much, and claim Drake 1.
The Catalyst build path is 2 Ruby crystals and a Sapphire
It's
crystal.
2 Ruby? Wait, I'm tripping. For some reason I thought it was 2 Sapphire crystals.
Did Ground Zero win? No, they did not.
Crab narrative.
Good try, production. Good try. I know you want to see a crab fight, but too bad because C9 says they win every fight before the third crab comes. So you're just going to see Blabber with a large stick versus a defenseless crab.
Wait, guys, Zero Nitro is here, and FlyQuest Enjoyer is not here anymore.
Shock Kong.
They had to leave the
The theory is still alive, or FlyQuest Lover, or whatever their name is.
Don't even get to see the shock part of it.
No, he's just the Kong. All right, we've got the.
We just need to wait for FlyQuest Lover to slip up and use Ba, and then we'll know for sure.
Here in the bottom lane, another nice wall stun coming out there from Vulcan. Cryogen for the handshake to disengage, but it's so hard to trade when they've got BF Sword and you just don't have anything close to it.
And when does Vulcan
Yeah, your FlyQuest Lover account's not strong enough to let Fly win.
Oh, here we go.
It's Griffin with the paranoia looking to make the play on APA. Perfect execution from Quad to seal the deal. FlyQuest are on the board.
Not laughing anymore, is he?
Yeah, there you go.
Not so funny anymore, buddy.
So bot lane didn't go well, but really nice recognition from Griffin and FlyQuest to be able to make that play in the mid lane, try to, claw their way back into this early game. And also, more importantly, the shutdown goes directly to Quad.
Yeah, if we refocus back on what still remains true for FlyQuest, they got to play off these Nocturne timers, and so immediately, as soon as Griffin, is able to get his,
It's just unlucky APA doesn't use anything though. So we're just
as you say, getting the money
waiting on Nocturnal timer.
Very influential because you can get to your burst damage that much quicker. Quad also has Dark Seal, so that means 2 stacks here for the Dark Seal for Quad off of that. So you're getting like as intense of a power injection on your first Nocturne ultimate as I would say you can honestly hope for given the state of the game. So I think that was like best case scenario that they could hope for, and bodes well for viewers that want to see more games.
Exactly.
Are we gonna send everyone to Grubbies right now?
See more games as well.
Well, and Kobe, as a longtime jungler, you know the importance when you're playing a champion.
Maybe I feel like they should just dive Kalista. I'm generally like in this season. I think that if you have an opportunity to like dive bot and get plates over grubs, it's like always worth it.
Yeah. C9 decide that FlyQuest's AD carry does not get to play this game.
But you can still talk about the junglers, talk about how Blabber, set up that dive.
Dang,
Unfortunately, my jungler doesn't view it the same way.
Touched it.
My jungler's a grubs enjoyer over bot dive.
Is typing,
And taking camps is free dopamine, especially when it's 3 ugly grublets.
This bot lane did not go initially particularly well for Masu and
I don't think I've ever heard somebody call them grublets before.
Fight. That is a really big point of power for C9, able to get the dive onto Masu.
Grubbins, grublets, I don't know.
I call them grubbies.
There's 3 of them. Grubbies. But they're like not cute.
Yes, they.
Not even
okay,
in a
whatever.
derpy way.
From typing.
Look, you're not cute.
Question here.
Ah!
How did that make you feel?
Is it gonna lose focus?
Haggard.
Yeah.
Like a billion years old.
You should apologize to the grubbies right now.
Very well for them in this game as well.
Sorry,
start out
grubbies.
with so much money, it could happen.
All right, so looking at the scoreboard right now, because we have been talking about how things have gone really well for Cloud9.
That's right, I should have been nicer. Maybe they'll win Kona somehow. Okay, we're using all of our summer spells.
Low HP now on this Sivir, so FlyQuest going to find themselves a good trade down here.
Yeah, I mean, this Renata combo is still like nothing to sneeze at in lane, right? Like they are very powerful.
We have not time to do nothing. We just use
Sven is gonna go back. We'll see.
Yeah, time to do nothing.
We can't even dive because there's a bard.
With the Drake spawning in 30 seconds.
Talk about earlier is top lane has been like the point of strength for FlyQuest here. This is the one spot.
Oh my god, that was the ugliest ulti ever.
Well, that person who asked how Gakkos is doing into Thanatos today, there you go. This is supposed to be a hard winning matchup for Aurora, by the way.
Nice moves from Thanatos.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You know exactly where the Aurora is going to bounce to when you bounce off that
Geography
wall.
mentioned again, there should only be 40 states, we need to combine some.
Really nice from Thanatos.
Okay, so we can combine the Carolinas, we can combine the Dakotas, we can induct West Virginia as part of Pennsylvania,
It's kind of just like a high fantasy version of a crab, and C9
and then just turn it into West Pennsylvania, and then make them both Pennsylvania.
As Griffin goes in, Paranoia target onto
Okay.
Sven, but he
I think you could make New Jersey and New York the same, potentially. So they're like right next to each other. And like the culture is honestly fairly similar based on my time interacting with my cousins. I think surely we don't need Rhode Island. Surely Rhode Island can just go somewhere else, right? How do we feel about like combining Vermont and New Hampshire? Is that, or wait, not New Hampshire. Wait, yes, New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is my geography okay? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we combine Vermont and New Hampshire? Is that?
Yes.
Are people okay with that?
They put a target on him, and
I think that's fine.
No. Okay. Well, Tapeworm, don't you like live in New Hampshire? I think. Like, are they not that similar? I thought they were pretty similar.
A lot of the east side states are just like teeny tiny.
The cultures are incompatible. See, but I feel like most New England cultures are like kind of similar.
In its entirety isn't super far apart. It is still a lead for C9 with the two Drakes. They've got
Oklahoma shouldn't exist. All right, yeah. Yeah, we can just delete a few. We can delete Oklahoma. We can delete Idaho.
Set the trap and Sven gets caught.
Yeah, and that's kind of quintessential of what we talked about with this FlyQuest roster. They're going to be looking for angles. They're going to be trying to find
Texas
a way
bigger?
to get back into this game. This Kalista-Renata combo is still very, very deadly. Sven
Texas can absorb like Louisiana and Mississippi if they want, I guess.
Able to get him. They push the wave, and
Really?
honestly, let's see.
Instead of
I mean,
just Louisiana absorbing like Mississippi? I feel like Louisiana is like...
Louisiana's too stupid to absorb anyone, though, is the problem.
Well, okay, well what if it's like Florida and Louisiana? I feel like those are more compatible than like Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, but Texas is already big and greedy, so it makes sense if they want to be greedier.
And see what they can do on that next.
That's the Oklahoma statehood rides solely on if OKC wins the NBA. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think Texas just wants to be their own anyways, so I don't know. I don't really know if they want any more.
High potential here as far as assassination.
Looked like a little bit of a perhaps panic ulti there from Gakkos needing to get away.
I'm pretty sure if Texas had the option, they would take over the entirety of Mexico.
That cooldown could end up being very important as items are coming online across the board here. You can see you've already got
Like
5 stacks.
Ted Cruz seems like a greedy guy to me, you know? I think he would be down to try to take over some stuff.
In the game that have these really niche items that they like to buy, but that just feel
Maybe.
so good on the champs.
I don't know. He always leads from his vacation house, so.
Yeah, exactly. But the bigger you make Texas, the more spots there are for a vacation house within the states that people won't flame you when you leave during a flood.
Ancient League of Legends. Because
What about
I'm also old,
Stanley Nidalee, if you're talking ancient?
Yes, I do remember.
Let's not talk about Ted Cruz. I'll say some stuff I regret.
Yes,
Listen.
But yeah, I would agree that Akali is the #1 that probably a lot of people think of when they think of that, or there's definitely some high elo players who would pick Katarina as their answer for it.
Listen, co-stream or no co-stream,
Katarina builds.
I'm down to say that I hate that guy.
You can see Gakko's hanging around the area up there, but still has about 1/3 of the cooldown left to go on the ulti. I'll be curious if
I feel like that's a fair consensus amongst a lot of people.
I'm not a big fan of Tedamaya Cruz.
But he goes on a magical journey, just walks right back over the wall.
Oh.
If he needs to do a follow-up defensive engage.
You want somebody to poppy ult Cruz out of Texas. He poppy ults himself out of Texas every time there's like a mild problem within the state.
They are kind of
Even a storm puts it up.
Getting some turret plates down and probably taking this bot side tier 1.
Yeah, side lanes are going to be.
Oh my god, Gakos cannot play the game.
The most difficulty answering in this game, but they're going to attack side lanes right now. Gakos.
Yeah. Nice wave clear there from Gakko.
Okay, good clear though.
Barely got the ulti back up, and then has to use it to try to survive the dive, but there's plenty of damage there between
The Virgin Vacationer versus the Chad Shoveler. Yeah, did you guys see that Mamdani was shoveling snow?
Crushing blow does it. Griffin cannot defend the Callista in time. Cryogen has to make sure he doesn't get caught out here. Get a binding target if he stands too close to Griffin. And C9 pick the enemy ADC in mid. Our goal is
Mamdani also just killed like 20. This is true, yeah. You are in fact correct, Tapeworm.
They're just going to be able to take this tier 1 mid. And again, it was nice of FlyQuest recognizing, okay, now with the Nocturnal down, we can't fight this Rift Herald. We're going to try to get plates on the bot side. We're going to try to continue to get gold onto this Akali. But then I really love that roam from APA on the
Suspiciously
top side
Gavin Newsom shaped New York City mayor.
Aurora again, and now Thanatos has kind of taken over the gold lead in that matchup.
Thanatos Gnar is scary business, man.
It is the champ he was most well known for in Challengers before he came over here. It was like, I felt like he had some shaky performances on it initially from C9, as we do see FlyQuest taking the opportunity to take this Drake and potentially remove that early stacking with APA taking this topside tier 1.
Yeah, and it's important that Thanatos is in a good spot because the Orianna is kind of the liability in the side lane, so if, wait a second.
Okay, Quad's going for this.
He takes him out.
Can he live?
Done in the 1v2, trying to use the smoke to get away from APA, but the flash over the wall to follow.
Oh, wait, okay. C9 might be throwing. Hold
actually,
up. Well played by Quad.
APA gets caught and punished by Masu and Griffin, and FlyQuest just got exactly what they needed thanks to Quad recognizing his opportunity.
And we were just talking about how deadly this Akali can be in assassinating targets in the side lane, and with APA then overreaching, trying to get the kill, the Nocturne is immediately able to come in, and it's still looking pretty even, especially since FlyQuest is going to be able to mow down this turret on top side and take a tiny gold lead in the game.
Yeah,
then late spike time to keep us in the series, please. I just don't want to leave this call not winning a single game, bro. That would just be so fucking tragic.
And, you know, maybe he's feeling pressure.
See, I would be down because the faster this co-stream ends, the sooner I can start planning out how to fix my sleep schedule, you know?
Right now. So why am I flashing to try and finish kill this Akali? Little frustration there. So now Quad gets a little smirk this time around, and let's get a look at live. They're already fighting in River. Gunblade active.
Wait, there's no LCP tonight?
We're fighting in
Nope.
River, but there's
I guess they would have played Friday.
They played in the morning. They played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the morning.
And FlyQuest have honestly retaken the gold lead. It's not a lot. It's not anything you're writing postcards home about.
Also, I kind of need this series to end because I haven't eaten
And big thing
yet.
now to me is going to be Orianna's side lanes because you just flashed aggressively trying to make
just
that
throw
make up for that
something
play.
in the air fryer right now, or a microwave.
Yeah, but I have to watch the game.
Anyways, just go grab a bowl.
No, it takes it's too much effort.
It's actually going to take you like 20 steps and like one arm lift to pour the cereal into the bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 arm lifts. You got to pour the milk into the bowl.
That's a lot.
Again, we're also going to see the power of Quad and even Gakkos in these side lanes up against that Orianna. It should allow them to play a lot more aggressively as well. with the Nocturne kind of at their back.
You have a co-caster go eat. Yeah, but it's okay. C9's just gonna win this third game real quick for me, and then I can end stream and eat anyway.
And you see the hovers here. Blabber, everyone is well aware.
Do you have like a fear of like eating on live?
No, I don't care about eating on live, but I do have a fear of the entire game blowing up before. Like, okay, imagine if I left to go eat and then this was happening while I was gone.
Oh man.
Like, imagine this shit was going. We had 10 people topside. Like, I would be making a bowl of cereal right now if I left. By the way.
It's a big Aurora ult, but she just left her good positioning.
Like, was this good cereal time to you? Should I have?
Well, now you can because they have 40-second timers.
That's why it's important to know your own weaknesses, Flowers, because then you know where your opponents will attack, and you preemptively hover.
What kind of cereal? I have options. I've got
the repertoire of cereal.
Yeah, I have Raisin Bran because it was cheap, and then I also have this like it's like this Mott's apple cinnamon cereal, and then it's like they're shaped like kicks.
That sounds good.
Doing some damage on the backside of this too. We
some
talked
appy
about
cinnamon.
Potential re-engage from this C9, especially with the Bard ult.
I've also got oatmeal. I could make oatmeal.
To stop. This really just shows again C9.
How do you feel about Eggo cereal? I've never had it.
Be weak, especially
I'm not much of a cereal person.
And then really capitalizing that
generally.
From Blabber.
You're
so
such
good.
a liar.
No, I'm not. I had
you have
cereal that
cereals
one time.
in your cabinet.
Yeah, okay. I normally don't get cereal because I'm too lazy to buy milk because I never finish the milk in time before it gets spoiled. So I just have to like throw out half of the milk carton every time. So I'm just like, well, I don't feel like wasting milk, so I just don't buy it. And if I don't buy milk, then I'm not going to buy cereal.
Blabber's had such a good series, Kobe. We talked about this jungle matchup.
Have you thought about non-dairy milks?
Like each of these
that never expire?
We had the graphic come out of the
I used to be a rice milk fan.
Blabber has just had such
once upon a time.
Performance, really recognizing that he can jump on Griffin there. And
rice milk.
Going to be
I don't know if I've ever had that.
C9 potentially.
Well, FlyQuest is looking to stop it. But the Baron health bar already down to 5,000 here.
Is it like water consistency?
Yeah, it is.
Why is Gakos even there?
Honestly, good try by Vulcan. I can respect that Bartle.
Yeah, it was cool.
But see, here's the thing: is that like if you make your cereal soggy with milk, it's actually a skill issue. You can, in fact, pour milk in cereal in such a way that the cereal doesn't get soggy.
Yeah, immediately into the Drake stacking, they will get Ocean Soul.
But like, if you're somebody who like pours the milk on top of the cereal and then you like smother the top of the cereal with the milk, you'd like make sure that the milk hits like every single piece at the top of the cereal, then yeah, it's all gonna be soggy. But it's like, you can also just like pour in the milk on one side only, and then it can like go under the cereal, and then you can like mix. Then there's like the bottom half of the bowl has like soggy cereal, and then the top half still has dry crunchy cereal, and then every spoonful you take, you just go half and half, and it's having none of your spoonfuls are soggy.
But Blabber's got the dash, the Cyclone takes him out, and now there's no way for
Cryogen to do anything about this. Was Cryogen actually stunned there, or was he just standing still?
And he's thinking about more. C9
milk does not go well with sugary cereal. I mean, that's just like, for example, like milk with like cocoa pebbles is like the greatest thing ever because you just make yourself chocolate milk. It's awesome.
For like this series, they have both smurfed.
Somebody's getting robbed again. Either way we vote.
Like they literally advertise it like that, by the way. Like you're laughing, but like for example, Cocoa Puffs will say on the box, it's like try us with milk. It'll make chocolate milk. It's like it's on the box. Like it's like that's like the entire point. That's the whole entire purpose of Cocoa Puffs' existence.
What? Oh, he lives. Oh wait, what just bursted him while he was invis?
Narcu, I think.
Oh my god.
Does take a couple of spears.
Honey Nut Cheerios are the best. Honey Nut Cheerios are good. Like, okay, of the options that are like healthy, Honey Nut Cheerios are top tier. Like, I like Cinnamon Life and Raisin Bran and Honey Nut Cheerios because I can classify them as healthy. But if you start bringing in the unhealthy cereals, then, like, Honey Nut Cheerios can't compete. Like, Honey Nut Cheerios is not competing with, like, Crave, for example.
I mean, C9 said they were confident in picking FlyQuest as their opponent once they learned that they could. And they're looking great to close out this series.
10 seconds left for the Baron. They want to try to use
Does the C in LCS stand for cereal? Yeah.
Scat goes to target from Blabber as he goes in, finds a dominating streak as Griffin gets stunned into the wall.
You respected me, didn't realize you liked Honey Nut Cheerios? Yeah, of cereals that have less than 10 grams of added sugar per serving, Honey Nut Cheerios are up there as one of the better ones. I'm down to stand by that.
Thanatos, the only one with a decent health bar left on C9, but that's not going to stop him. Masu and
Oh my god.
again, Thanatos in hot.
This series, like, it was somehow worse than last week, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's an ace for C9.
Vulcan.
Wow. Dude, that sucks. They had an entire week of prep, and I think they just must have gotten even more in their heads about it.
It's okay. They'll maybe be good in Split 2.
Yeah. That was a beatdown.
It's all right. I'll cheer for Fly against against Lions.
Absolutely my front runners.
Oh, against
This is
Lions.
gonna be a hard one to pick on who I think the player of the series is. Chat, let me know what you guys think. Lounge, how about you?
Fly to run the lower bracket. We're on our T1 run now.
Yeah, personally. I think we're triple crabbers.
We are all crabbers. We are all crabbers. This was a
Used to listen to a cereal podcast called The Empty Bowl. Alright, listen, I'm not, like I said beforehand, I'm not much of a cereal person.
He's already dead, brother. It's crazy.
So what are you gonna go get after this? To nourish yourself.
It's so hard to pick, player of the game, player of the series when it's this one-sided. I mean, the last two games were both sub 26 minutes.
I mean, like, the thing about cereal is that it's like, it is really easy to make. It's like, it takes like 5 seconds. So it's nice.
Who do you think?
Labber?
Okay.
But are you in the mood for cereal at like
I'm never in the mood for food,
3
period.
or 6 p.m.?
I'm never in the mood for food.
I feel like
Dang.
I eat when I'm
Not
hungry.
even after a satisfying series win by your favorite LCS team?
No, I think like the other day I had a random craving for fruit snacks,
expecting to like,
and that's like about the most you'll get.
in like sub 30 minutes every game.
Do you have an ED? Yeah, I have an education.
There was a reason why we picked FlyQuest over DSG, right? So we were
Well, like now that my team is lost, I feel like I can now go safely order a pizza and be like, my team lost today, so I have to drown myself in
depression pizza. Yeah.
I did feel like a couple times you guys were getting killed in the 2v2.
Do you exercise? Yes,
That'll make me
actually,
feel
to the
better.
surprise of everybody.
Around bot lane.
I'm a League of Legends player who
Do you think that
exercises.
was like something that you guys were making mistakes on, or do you think it's kind of just the matchups?
We're
or
all watching the NBA All-Stars Day? Hell no. NBA All-Stars is a waste of time.
Mistake when I bubbled Masu. I think we can't really lose that fight if he plays well. So that was a bit unfortunate. And then in game 3, super losing matchup.
No, no anchovies, please.
But the moment Kalissa gets a couple items, if she clicks on Sivir, we will not win. Just like the amount of damage that these champs do. But we are just.
By the way, what is the chat's opinion of
we just need one good thing to happen.
green
There
peppers
was a big
on
fight where
pizza?
I think we got 3 kills in the early game, right?
Ooh.
So that's like one pretty good thing.
Because green peppers are probably like the most divisive topping, other than anchovies. They're like the most divisive topping you can put on pizzas.
We got away with it this time.
Because it's like green peppers are like
because yes, it's 3:25.
the banana equivalent of fruit smoothies, where it's like if you like make a fruit smoothie with any fruit and you put any amount of banana in there, it just becomes a banana smoothie and it only tastes like banana. It's like green peppers are like that for pizza, where it's like if you put any amount of green peppers on a pizza, it just becomes a green pepper pizza.
I think Barra was just super confident.
And that's
going
the only
against
thing that
this
you can
team. I
taste.
think he kind of just runs Griffin. It looks like.
Really? No,
Yes.
I
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah.
think so.
Oh yeah, green peppers are very, very.
16 seasons.
They kind of overtake everything else.
No, tomato sauce is so acidic. That's like what you taste the most in a good pizza. like the toppings will never overshadow a sauce.
Okay, well I used to work at a pizza place, so my taste buds are completely desensitized to tomato sauce at this point. I don't even like.
It's higher.
We need to do a recount.
Yeah. I think Blabber got.
I mean,
Like
I don't know. You put one
specific
green
sauce?
pepper on
No
my pizza,
way.
and all I can taste is green pepper.
Wow, look at the chat.
And it's fine because I kind of like green pepper, so it's okay.
I mean, the stream will never forget, so it's
But
I love green peppers. I feel like you can put green peppers and onions baked like onto anything.
Also,
And then it tastes pretty good.
somebody in my chat is saying they like olives. Why, Zero Nitro, why do you like olives on pizza? That doesn't sound good. I'm sorry.
Olives are good.
Oh, you and
Wait.
this other person who I'm friends with are. I don't understand people who like olives. Olives are like they're so gross and slimy and disgusting, and I hate them.
Oh, okay. I don't like how slimy they are, but like if you can get past that part, then they're like so delicious. So like if you go to Trader Joe's and you get like a jar of olives in a marinade, like you have to spoon them out onto a plate. And then you gotta fork them so you're not like swimming in the olive oil, because that's kind of nasty.
Listen, back when I worked at a deli, I saw maybe the worst abomination I've ever seen in my entire life, and it has scarred me since. It's olive loaf. Have you heard of olive loaf before?
Oh, like it's baked.
No, it's like olives inside of like a deli meat. It's just an olive abomination. Like I don't understand how this can exist. This looks like the actual like most like I would.
I think I've had this before. I don't mind it.
No. Every single time somebody would walk up and order olive loaf and I had to slice it, I like even looking at it grosses me out. I can't look at it.
Actually, you might actually play next week because there's 3 games next week. There's gonna be comms here.
So yeah, anytime anybody is like,
unsee Publix logo on my headband.
anytime anybody is like, I like olives, I just immediately default to olive loaf. It's like I just view you as an olive loaf person now. How does that make you feel?
That shouldn't be an everyday thing. I feel like that's not the worst meat you can pull out of the deli.
I thought it was. Oh
it's
man.
Pretty crazy that you got a solo kill in this matchup because they picked Aura very early, and we kind of think the champion is obviously very strong in lane, but the value decreases.
You know what? Like
and he was able to
my
Aura,
like weird food hate that people enjoy, I think, is like spam
Masubi.
I know a lot of people really like it now.
I'm not
it's
a
like kind of
spam person.
trendy now.
Let's take a look at the bracket.
I don't like it at all.
How do you expect
I don't have anything against spam people. I know that there's like this like war against spam. I don't really care that much, but it's not for me.
Pretty highly ranked. What do you expect coming into next week with some of these lower bracket matchups?
It's even like it's like a California joke right now. Like everyone has spam Masubi on their menu, and they're charging like $15+ for like a piece of rice and a spam Masubi on top.
Spam should be quarantined to Hawaii. All right, nice.
But yeah, you never know. I think they've shown to have issues on stage, obviously, and it's just a question if they've been able to figure that out in the small turnaround. Like,
well, that was entirely frustrating.
I'm excited to see how.
I feel like
that might be difficult to answer for you, but I'm gonna shoot anyways. Is
the magic from weeks 1 and 2.
Like incredible play during regular
definitely didn't.
You mean the magic before they played against the top team?
There was always gonna be a question mark.
Yeah.
Maybe the series would be like a little closer. It was perhaps the biggest stomp I've seen you guys have in playoffs in a while, and obviously
tasting lost after like a whole year of being on top is pretty rough. But I still believe we can make it out at least like top 4.
Does he add any element that makes it easier in a best of 5?
So hopefully we'll get to see more FlyQuest, at least in the America's Cup and maybe first stand.
Maybe first stand, yeah. FlyQuest will make it to first stand, I believe.
Wait, do we get 2 spots or 1 spot? I forget.
1 spot.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not first stand, but America's Cup.
Or even like, telling us what champs he wants to play, what kind of draft he wants to play. All of that is all very helpful in playoffs, and being realistic of like, maybe I'm not so good at this, so let's stick to what I know.
You were a Fly fan between 21 and 23. Okay, well then why are you dropping my boy Vulcan?
So I think he's helped us, and yeah,
you cheered for him when he was at his lowest, but now that he's living his best life, you don't want to cheer for him anymore.
Started off this way, and we'll just have to keep going because
you gotta stick to your team.
I know I've seen.
No, you gotta stick to your players.
During your stage games.
No.
Why are we sticking with the fucking corpo instead of the people who make the magic happen?
Is it ever distracting?
Because then you don't have to rebuy all the merch for the other team. Well, I don't want to have to own like 10 jerseys.
But distracting, not really. I don't pay attention to it too much.
Team over player is like a no. That's so crazy.
Yeah, if you caught it there, you guys play Sentinels next Sunday.
Like, what are you gonna do if you're rooting for a team and like you love all the players on the team, and then all of the players leave, and then your team gets
whether it's first or
like,
second.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gary Jerry.
Sponsored by
all the way to first stand. That's
iPack or something.
Friday.
Like then what?
Yeah.
Then what are you gonna do, huh?
Oh. Well.
Pacific for Team Liquid versus DSG.
Then you make a choice. Then you're like, if this is really unacceptable for my team experience, I'll have to choose a new team. But like, if it's fine, and you can just like be like, well, I've been an enjoyer for 6 years. I'm not gonna change now. We'll make it through this rough patch. You know, you'd suck it through.
See, I just feel like that's like.
I'm stuttering too much today. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Tradition is overrated.
It is an ace for nothing for C9.
Flowers. Cut the tape, my friends.
You have to play aggressive now.
I feel like tradition is like the only thing I can remember easily. Things that happened like 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't remember. I only have chat to remind me of like the top plays of the year.
I'm going forward. I'm running. Yeah. Don't flash your call, guys. Watch Renato, the show, guys. Yeah. But I think it's good, guys. Play slow, okay? Bait it. Stop. Yeah. Oh, sh. I think it's good, guys. Frankie. Nice. Hey, guys.
It's another
Wow, the comms are so clean.
And this series start to
North America's comms are never clean. There's no team that has clean comms ever.
Oh my god, okay. Oh, I have an opportunity to do like a magazine editorial style interview with
Ooh, okay.
FlyQuest.
With FlyQuest, ooh.
Yeah. I have some questions in mind. Since it's a written interview, so like I'm supposed to submit my questions. How many questions do you think is an appropriate amount to do that?
Is it to the players? Or the org, or like what's the
Yeah, so it's a little unspecified. So maybe I should ask some follow-up questions because my original request was to have one player, doesn't matter who, to interview live. And they came back with, can you send questions and we have one of the staff write out their answers? So I'm assuming they mean a player. 6 or 7 questions you think is appropriate?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can ask a lot of questions because they might give me one-word responses anyways, but I don't want to be like too annoying, you know? If I send them a rap sheet of 10 questions, like, will they be like, ew? So this is an annoying thing to do?
I mean, I bet Griffin would probably answer 10 questions. I feel like Griffin's the type of guy to answer 10 questions.
Okay, so you don't think that's 10 is not too many?
I mean, I think it should be based less on like how many questions you have and more like how many good questions do you have. Like if you think that you have like 10 questions that are interesting and have substance to them, then just ask them all, you know?
Okay.
It's kind of like when in high school when somebody was like, how many paragraphs should the essay be? And the teacher's always just like, as many paragraphs as it takes for it to be good. It's like, it's one of those situations, I think.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, no, I don't really intend on asking 10 questions about what their favorite boba order is or some shit like that. I would more or less like to base it on their ideas of going in and kind of adjusting to their journey as a tier 1 player. My original hope was for Gakos, but maybe Since Gakos has already done Namen interviews, maybe I should hear from someone else on the team. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't done any player interviews ever, so I couldn't really tell you. I probably should do that. I feel like I should probably try to interview a player at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it's always hit or miss because sometimes I watch interviews and it's just like I guess it just depends on the vibe or the connection that you have.
Yeah, I can interview a player and then I can just like start flaming the shit out of them and then the interview will go sideways. Hey Masu, what were you that was an interesting Aphelios build there. You want to explain that to me? And then I could just start like yelling at him as soon as he starts explaining. Just start like screaming at him.
That is like an interesting idea because like is it typical for pros to just always build like what they believe to be correct, or is it something that they practice beforehand and then they just like have to remember it?
A little bit of both. I mean, usually people in comms don't try to micromanage other people's builds. That's just not something that happens. But yeah, co-streamers do actually have the ability to request interviews, and I've just never done it. So I should maybe try to do that once, you know? Oh my gosh, I can try to interview Ido at some point.
Yeah. Maybe
And
maybe
then he'll
just
say
ask
no.
for next next one. You should ask for your next DSG series.
Now the problem is I don't have anything good to ask him. I need to like if I was gonna interview somebody, I'd have to like actually have good questions to ask them beforehand, you know?
You got a week.
Yeah, a week that I want to spend doing other stuff.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
busy right now. But yeah, okay. I think that'll do it for the co-stream so I can go eat.
Thank you for having me on again. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright. Have a good rest of your evening.